everybody, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon, and I'm back today with another episode of Call of Cthulhu Reign of Terror. We got a full cast and crew back today to play this game that we're all going to die in. So let's start with the man who's going to kill us or drive us insane, Greg, Grimjack21502, our keeper. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. I cannot wait. I've been actually looking forward to this because your character is currently dropping from a high place and hitting a hard place. That's a nice place to start. So I can't wait. This should be the beginning of the end for everyone that you see on screen right now, which is awesome and fun for me. I'm going to be trying my best. I'm going to make a suggestion today, Trickster Gods of Chat. A lot of times you help me out, and I appreciate it. If you have any love for any of the people that you see on this screen, for one night and one night only, maybe help them out a bit. Just a little. Just like a smidge. Grimjack21502, let's get to work.
Amazing. Thank you for the 10 mums, appreciate it. Let's go around. But the first person who we hope to die is Mike. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing pretty good. We were just talking about Cthulhu and other cool, neat stuff, so I'm ready to start my day at a high point and on a real low point of me dying. Again, the second time in this campaign. Let's see if I can make it 3. Let's see if we can go for the hat trick. So that's what I'm doing. Praying for the Trickster Gods I'm not going to die.
Of course.
A resplendent offering.
Oh, god damn it. Michelle donated... I didn't do this. Donated £30 Wild Magic Surge for all... but 2 for Will. God damn it. Okay. This is not helping.
Thanks, Michelle.
For Brand, Greg said it so Greg gets a crit success. This is not how this works. This is anti-help. This is amazing. Well, all right, we've got Jules with us today, as in the Metamancer.
You gotta
I was gonna say, I'm bad at this. We have the Metamancer joining us again today. How are you doing, Meta?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you, Will?
I'm well. I'm excited that I am about to fall to my death, and I'm hoping that my new ghoul buddy can help me out.
I'm sorry that Guillaume was given a critical failure.
It's I don't blame you. I blame everyone else in chat right now.
Yeah. So hi guys, I'm the friendly ghoul, and I'm going to be hopefully saving at least one person of the party. That's my goal, is to save one person.
At least one.
Just one person, and then I will be happy ghoul.
Amazing. Your friendly neighborhood ghoul. Amazing. 20 months, Mike. Holy shit, that's far too long that we've known each other. We need to cease our relationship.
It's been almost 3 years, Will.
Fucking hell, is that how that works? Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait.
You guys could have a toddler together.
The 20 months is only since you've been partnered. It's been almost your entire Twitch career.
Let's move on swiftly from this painful knowledge. We've got Mythomatic with us today. Myth, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Hello, everybody. Super excited to play. Super excited to push some more statues around and start locking French laser I-beams at other people so we can go to another dimension. I'm pretty sure that's what happened last week. Anyway, I'm playing Etienne Babin. He has one hand because he blew it off in a sapping accident. That's the only time we're ever going to mention the fact that he only has one arm. He is full of Joey DeVivre, and he's full of other French words I can't pronounce correctly.
Omelette du fromage.
Let's baguette.
Let's baguette. Amazing. Let's go to other Jules. How you doing, Jules?
I'm good. I pretty much, after that tweet this morning, I was like, oh, so we're gonna die today. And I decided I'd be super fucking extra and dress up, and kind of, instead of doing the actual French homework I needed to do.
This is French homework, as far as I'm concerned.
This is French homework.
You're welcome.
Delirian. And
I'm actually a professor at university, and this is my course.
No, I'm gonna die in style if I'm gonna die. If I'm gonna be a vampire, I'm gonna look good doing it. So.
I mean, if you play your cards right, little known fact, Will is a history major. So you could absolutely bring your teacher this and say, hey, this is that's what I've done for work.
I mean, I'm fine on the history aspect.
Listen, this guy dropped out of history degree to train Dungeons and Dragons for a career.
Yeah, and play D&D instead. Honestly. I mean, you can too.
You can too. Honestly, amazing. Great stuff. Well, as for myself, I'll be playing Michelle, who has 23 sanity, and that's all you need to know about him. He's not long for
That's all
this
he
world.
knows about him.
He's all he knows anymore. He's wearing a mask. He's falling from a very high place into a very hard place. It's a bad time for Michelle to be
You're
alive.
the new Marie Antoinette too. That's
That's right. I am the new Marie Antoinette. So
I must always be one.
if you're new to the show, you probably have no idea what that means, but it doesn't matter because all the videos are on YouTube, so you can go back and watch. Also, before we start today's game, we're sponsored by dndice.co.uk. Go to their website, dndice.co.uk, and get 5% off with the coupon code Encounter Roleplay. They help support the show and keep all of these mad things happening to us. Also, you can interact in today's game if you haven't followed yet. Hit the follow button and join us. 20 followers, you guys get to decide something which happens next in our campaign. Maybe you can help us, guys. Also, here's a tweet for you guys and 20 retweets. Viewer decision, of course. You can, of course, donate to affect the game as well. Give players nat 1s, nat 20s, and wild magic surges, which, of course, we all have at least one to roll, but I have 2 of those D10,000s to roll. So, Greg, do you want to talk us through a little bit what happened last week while we rolled these wild magic surges? Fucking hell, that was hard to say. We rolled these wild magic surges. There we go.
You nailed it, and yes, I would like everybody to roll the appropriate number of wild magic surges. Of course, Michelle getting his appropriate 2. As this all occurs, as Michelle is falling, but before we get to how did he start to fall, let's get to what happened at the last episode of Reign of Terror. It started at Comp Fenelik's party, where everybody dressed up like animals. But after that, downstairs in the wild cellar that is the Sancta Sanctorum of Comp Fenelik, 3 of the party found a 4th of the party tied up in part of a living tableau. Sewn into the body parts of corpses was one Michelle. This caused Michelle to lose a pretty good majority of his mind. And as soon as that happened, we were taken back upstairs where we had Joseph Martin was attacked by a Comte Fenelik disguised, or a Michelle disguised Comte Fenelik. At that time, we had the emergence of the ghoul that was Guillaume, who had been following them from Paris. And Guillaume rushed into Comte Fenelik's estate, was able to put themselves in between Jules and the Comte. There was a tussle, and then there was a flash, and they were in someplace else. This someplace else had skies that were purple and black swirling above them. There they met the violinist, who happened to be a little person and a dwarf. He explained to them and provided them with a symbol. This symbol had 4 points of power that needed to be aligned in a specific way. Everyone went to the top 2 towers, and Babin was directed by the trickster gods of chat to be the one that would go outside. As everything was aligned, they used points of power and items of great occult nature. They found the eyes of their friend Christoph. They found the skull, which had been turned into a mask, of one Marie Antoinette, who was a victim of Comte Fenelik, who was forced to dress up like the now Queen Marie Antoinette. But since he was a guy, he was named Marie Antoinette. But out in the courtyard, amongst the statues, there was a femur flute that was played, and there all of the points of power ultimately came together. Michelle, who seems to be doing just a bang-up job of keeping his sanity, is now forced to, or feels comfortable wearing the skull mask, and our sergeant, our fearless leader, who found 2 disembodied hands that were part of this ritual, now has the disembodied corpse hands as his own. And as all of these rituals came to a head and all of these points of power aligned into the symbol that was provided to them by the violinist, it came to a head, it glowed, and just as we had a flash and no one knew anything, Michelle decided to jump, very Princess Bride style, into the arms of Guillaume. But unfortunately, during the beginning of this great ritual, Guillaume was knocked off balance, and Michelle plummeted to the earth. And that is where we will pick up after I find out what has happened to all of you with the wild magic surges.
Yay! All right, let's go through these real quick. Also, thank you to Latu. That is £53. Okay, Greg, fine. This is Cthulhu, but this needs to be done 1 times natural 20 to bring everyone to flat 3 times nat 20, and 2 wild magic surges for Michelle for some giggles, and a boss monster to aid the party. Appreciate it. These wild magic surges, my own. Michelle's once per week, caster can disgorge an ice cube 1 foot on a side. Good. I can disgorge a 1 foot ice cube. It has been snowing a lot recently, so that kind of makes sense.
Where does it disgorge from?
You decide. Any orifice.
Got it.
Orifice is not counted. 9023. Countless sharpened stakes jut from the ground in the area. Good. Gyam targets next missile attack, causes whoever is hit to combust. You could have less missile attack. You could have that as being just claw attack, whatever you want. Babin.
I wonder if a missile attack would be a missile that was going towards them. Right? What's a missile if it's not something
my target's next missile? I just want to clarify here.
You are a target.
Somebody's going to combust when I
maybe you throw someone.
I heard something different.
One way or another, someone's combusting. Babin 1546. Caster spends 2d10 rounds racing towards the nearest coastline. He's got a beach holiday.
Canon.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
He's a big fan of the beach.
Right.
And
I must go sunbathe.
This is Mike's. Sergeant knows if caster is slain by a metal weapon, he can't be resurrected. Know what I'm doing this session. And Martine 2609. Everyone thinks the caster to be vaguely unreliable. It's just so true.
But what's the magic surge?
There's nothing. There's no difference.
I think she should re-roll because that's just how everyone feels about her normally.
And honestly, I am.
Yeah. I think vaguely reliable is an improvement as to how everyone views her now.
Yeah, it's actually a step forwards, yeah.
That's the wild magic surge.
Yeah.
Martine's not so bad.
Yeah, actually, you know what? She's not so bad. You can go around to her.
She's okay.
My last two wild magic surge from the two. Target can't come within 1 mile of the caster. So I can't come within 1 mile of someone that you decide, Greg, pretty much. That's good. Hopefully it's a bad guy. 9804. Someone nearby wakes tomorrow in a roc's nest. ROC as in big scary rock bird. Not a nest of stones. Good.
Just a bunch of stones.
It's weird, man.
This is odd.
Will, what was you had two to start off with, and one was the 1 foot ice cube. What was the other one?
The other one is countless sharpened stakes jut from the ground in the area.
Jesus.
Oh, well, you're going to die today.
So that one starts right away. And then
Yeah. What?
Greg, have you already assigned him a new character sheet in Roll20 or?
No, not yet.
No.
We're almost there.
He's gonna play with the food first.
Right. Okay, so that's all of our wild magic surges as we drift back into the terror that is Reign of Terror and the Confronting estate. So as you are all in your various states of positioning, we had Etienne, who was currently battling two of the footmen. He was in the farthest statue location with the dwarf violinist. We had the Sarge, who was running towards the two of them at a Barry Allen-esque speed, screaming and trying to draw attention away from the fact that Etienne was in a bad way with a knife sticking out of his gut. We had, Joseph was trailing the Sarge. And then we had Guillaume, who had done Guillaume-type ghoulish things to go around the outside of the tower, drop the 30 feet, as mentioned before, called for Michelle to jump. Michelle, always loyal, always brave, did as he was told and leapt. And that was when the ritual completed, the shift happened, and the sky above turned from black and purple and the swirling upside down columns and tornadoes into the star-filled sky of France. But Michelle is falling. And during this time, several things take place as spikes begin to erupt all around the outside of the garden, in between these points of power, as if great spears of rock were pressed up through the crust of the earth. Perhaps it's in observance of this ritual. Perhaps it is just a sundering taking place from such cosmic powers at play. But Michelle, as you are falling, you see Guillaume is not there, but waiting for you is a pretty hefty stone spike. And as you smash to the ground, you're helped in this. The 30-foot fall becomes a 20-foot fall, but
Well, that's good.
That's good news.
right. But the remaining 10 feet, it's when your knee and thigh are severed by a smash to the ground. And when you look down, you realize that by arcane forces, you no longer have a leg below the knee.
Is the noise that Michelle makes. And then imagine he'd probably pass out for now.
Yeah, you can roll a con check just to see how tough this guy is. You take 6 damage on this fall. You would think it would be more, but
Good
yes,
night, sweet
Michelle
prince.
passes out.
I don't want to be
Yeah.
awake.
Guillaume, you see Michelle pass out, and you realize that almost as if it was paper being torn and not flesh, not the renting of bone and muscle. It is as if when he hit this spike, his lower leg just went one way, and Michelle went the other as he smashed to the ground. No blood, nothing. No ichor, no thought that there's even it looks as if it's fused, as if it's been there forever. It's just simply not a part of him anymore. And the leg lies just a little ways away.
You probably hear like me from the floor going, "Ah!" And then he's passed down. We also have 20 retweets. Get my fucking leg back.
Okay, for 20 retweets, I am going to ask the following question. I would like the trickster gods of chat to pick one of the following: an eye, an ear, a nose, a tongue, or a hand.
I've only got 4 options, unfortunately.
Then let's just do eye, ear, nose, and tongue.
Good. Alright. Just decide which one's your favorite part.
Which is your favorite?
What's your favorite part?
For no reason. This is just for me, guys. I just want to know.
This is just personal polling.
This is just your kink.
We're trying to get a
This is
better we're trying to get
I
a better
just really
understanding of the
wanna-
audience.
Guys, I just really need to know, okay?
What do you want more in our games? More tongues, more noses, more eyes, or more ears? You decide.
What do you
Lot
want less of?
A lot of
Just-
tongues
what-
coming in.
Right. Okay, so as Michelle drops to the ground, Guillaume, you're standing there watching this person drop. Perhaps there's a small bit of you that looks as that the lower leg is tasty, but the rest of it, I'm sure, is concern for the predicament that your newfound colleague is now finding himself in. As we cut
No,
back over,
Guillaume's like Daria. He just goes la 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 la.
Joseph, I'd like you to roll a listen check for me. You would be the closest to this position to be able to hear the screaming.
Yep.
Yes,
I hear
you
the screaming.
You hear the screaming. You look just in time to see the dropping of Michelle. You hear the thump, the continued screaming, and then the blessed silence that takes Michelle. You can't necessarily see Michelle and Guillaume at this point, but they're closer to you than Etienne and the Sarge would be. And as we cut over to Sergeant Renaud and Etienne, as the flash occurs, there are only 3 of you left by the statue. The 2 footmen are gone. Etienne, you still have the stomach wound that was provided. You have your knife. The dwarf violinist is with you. And Sergeant Renaud, you are running up to your friend.
Yeah,
Do
I
have
think
the knife in my belly still, or is it just the wound?
The wound is there, but the knife itself is no longer sticking out of you.
Perfect.
Just how you like it.
Yeah.
We're gonna need 79% more tongues. Greg,
Sorry, that was me.
if you can facilitate
79%
Yeah.
more tongues.
Yep.
I can do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think as I previously had stated that Renault would realize about halfway through the run that he did not have any form of weapon on him whatsoever, and to go just charge and tackle the one closest to Etienne.
Okay, and as this takes place, we'll say you're in mid-tackle. Flash occurred, and there was a reversion back to the real world. You passed through the now vaporized, no longer there, footman, and you drop to the ground, basically between Etienne and the violinist. As you see Etienne's in a bad way, and I think this is a good time if we go through and would everybody tell us what your character currently looks like, your hit points, and your sanity, just so everyone gets caught up.
Just for everyone, not for me. Okay.
I'll go first. I am a terrifying naked man. And by naked, I mean, like, there's nothing down there, I don't think, anymore, because ghouls generally, that whole,
Ken doll.
Thing.
What about in-game, though?
You're Ken doll ghoul.
Hey, you have your head canon, I have mine. So let's just...
If you want to imagine a sock area, that's totally okay.
Sock area.
Yeah, I'm going to call it a sock area. Because we had a long discussion about socks last time. Anyway, that aside, I have 12 hit points and 74 sanity. So I'm doing A-okay. And there's also a nice snack near me, so if I really get hungry, I can take that. It's looking pretty good right about now.
Sweet.
Sergeant Renault is a broad-shouldered, barrel-chested, well-weathered veteran. His most noticeable feature is that he has a half-healed hole in the side of his face, where he took a pistol shot while fighting those damn dirty Dutch. That's it. Oh, and I have 14 health.
Wow.
And
Drinking's hard for you.
Sanity. I just drink a
Nice.
straw. You can drink wine through a straw.
Through your cheek.
Yeah, I put the straw in the cheek.
It's a crazy straw, right?
Right.
Etienne, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. My character is he's probably a tall dude. I'm thinking he's a tall dude. He's got one arm. Weird. He's full of Joey DeVivre, and he's got 5 hit points out of his to the brim. He's got 5 out of his 13 hit points, so not very great. And our sanity is at 65. He just suffered a giant wound in his belly from a weird-looking French knife. So he was French stabbed.
Those damn French.
That's when he gets stabbed, but with 79% more tongue.
Yeah.
Which we'll see soon.
French kissing. Okay.
Yeah.
Joseph, how's Joseph doing?
Joseph is currently martining it up. She's dressed for a party, so she's unfortunate. I imagine at this point she's kicked off her shoes because you can't run in heels. So yeah, she's dolled up and she is doing not great, but that's fine. Mostly emotionally, she's fine sanity wise. She's got 63 sanity points. I think she has all her health because you never rolled any kind of like damage from her getting choked. So 12 hit points. That's gonna change. We know.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Just showed your weakness.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm dying.
Well
That's
done.
fine. I'll die tonight. That's okay.
And
Dressed
Will.
for a funeral.
Go out in style.
Will's dead.
Was dead. Yeah, Cinder goes before us. You've got 7 episodes left. Michelle is so screwed. Michelle, long legs. That's all.
Leg.
Yeah, it's just
long
legs.
leg.
Legs and then arms from
Yeah,
hips
that
and then a neck.
A couple of arms, a couple of necks.
No
He's-
torso.
No torso whatsoever. Invisible, yeah. Yeah, he's young, although he probably looks a lot older in his eyes right now from like lack of sleep and just stress. He's on 23 sanity. He has 4 hit points out of 13. He's got 1 leg now. We're not going to mention that anymore. And yeah, he's finally going to be able to connect with Babin on a whole new level.
Yeah,
So he's not doing so well. I would be
Got a
surprised.
leg up on Babin.
He's got a
Together you'll wish you were a man.
Yep.
So true. So yeah, we'll see how Michelle does. I'm not holding out.
Okay. So as we cut back to Sergeant Renault and Etienne Babin, you all are together, and it appears that you are no longer in the purple place.
Is Etienne on the ground,
Oh.
or are you standing upright, bleeding out?
I did not make
We're
it-
the real world now, it seems like.
Yep,
Okay,
the purple sky is
Thank you,
gone.
FPS.
Sweet.
Yeah, Etienne, are you laying down on the ground, bleeding out, or are you standing up?
I am like on I'm on all 3s.
Well done.
Huge
Yeah, so I think like the cinematic way this happens is Renault kind of runs in and just like shoulder checks the closest guy to Etienne, and then recovers and stands between Etienne and the other guy.
Yeah.
But realizing he has nothing, he just kind of looks back for Etienne to do literally anything at this point, because he's just fisticuffs with two short sword wielding nerds.
There's no one else.
There's no one here. No, the enemy is gone.
Left.
Yeah, they disappeared.
So I think that still happens. I think it's still in the heat of that.
Okay.
And he's still like,
Yeah.
still waiting for someone else to pop back out towards him.
Yeah, I'm on my hand and knees, and my wooden arm is like kind of holding my side, and I kind of like look up, and I'm like, it got me.
What happened? I saw that these men charged you. Where are they go now?
They
Where have
charged
they
me
gone?
out, and they got me right in the back of here. And I kind of like go up and like on up and like sit up, and then you can just see blood starts to pour, and I try to like I curl over to try to like hopefully curling will start kind of seal the wound a little, but it doesn't really look like it.
Yeah, Renault's
Blood starting to stain the wooden arm.
With a new color. He's going to throw up his jacket and attempt to like, cinch off at his waist to stem the flow of blood.
That sounds like a first aid roll to me.
Sure it does. I'm a soldier. I should be trained in that.
Could be.
Okay, that's more than I expected. Oh, great Cthulhu above.
With just the appropriate amount of knowledge, you are able to bind the wound, and this provides one extra hit point for Etienne Babin as Sarge expertly stops the flow of blood coming from the stomach. Somehow, he's seen this before, fighting those damn dirty Dutch, and he was able to save someone then, and he's able to save someone now, applying the same battlefield triage.
And then he looks towards, are the towers still there? Are they still physical things, or are they...
Everything appears to be the same as whenever you all arrived the first time. The same. It's night. The weather's the same. You can now hear the party coming from the wild screaming and rutting and drinking that's coming from the main house. That has returned. It appears that you can see the shadows flashing on the walls and inside the tall windows. It looks as if you are back in the quote unquote land of the living.
So he looks towards those towers to see if anyone else is running out, hoping that they all should be.
See a tiny figure just, Wah!
I see you splayed on the rock. Just
I'm like awkwardly waving to you from the rock.
You wake up and then pass back out. Oh, man.
Okay, so to remind of your mission, at some point you were to signal Captain Milan and the awaiting 175 French soldiers to initiate a raid on the estate. But the agreed upon signal would be a flashing of a mirror and a light source from one of the windows of the estate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now we're outside.
And now we're outside. Is or are Joseph and Guillaume? Are they running towards us, or are they running somewhere else?
I mean,
well,
Can we see them?
Joseph was running towards y'all, and then she heard
What?
Michelle go. I think she would stop. I think she would kind of skid to a halt because I think she'd probably stop and turn and watch him fall, and she'd probably see the leg come off and then kind of move towards him and then look back very indecisive. But no, I don't know. I think it's time. She wanted to call in the raid before all this shit went down. So I think Martine thinks it's time to call everybody in.
And again, Martine and Joseph, being a fantastic soldier, what will she do? Is she going to do this herself? Is she going to go to the site of Michelle falling? Is she going to report to her sergeant?
What would she do? What would I do? I would come get you guys, but I feel like Martine would be like, fuck this shit. She's gonna straighten out her dress and she's going to walk back into the house and go find a window and get help.
Okay. So Martine is taking it upon herself to continue the mission. Guillaume, as you are beside the now bisected Michelle, what are you going to do?
Well, my first aid is pretty terrible, but I think Guillaume feels really guilty right now, so he's going to try to help Michelle.
I do have
at least to wake up.
Yeah. FPS Monkey did give me a healing, correct? Now, do you want it to be a D10? Is that a D3?
D100.
Yeah, with D1000 maybe.
I tell you what, I'm going to make this a D6.
Okay.
But here, there's only one way that Guillaume knows to heal somebody. And Guillaume has the ability to do this, and perhaps if enough with the energy that's kind of flowing around. But Guillaume, would you like to explain how you
Guillaume
know
feels
how
the energy of the room?
It feels the
feeling it.
Wait. Are you talking about the trait?
Cat's a little.
Yeah.
The trait? But that's only applied to me.
It would be applied to any ghoul. That's the
telling
only...
me Michelle's a ghoul now?
I think you're gonna make it.
No, I'm saying no. You know of a way.
Michelle only knows
heal somebody, right? And this is how you. I mean, you don't
works
know
to ghouls.
Yeah, it works for ghouls.
Oh dear.
It might just work for him.
Michelle is pretty fucked up right now. I'll take it.
Okay. What's the closest corpse?
Well, you don't really need
his leg.
Yeah. Does that count?
I'm gonna make it count for this.
Okay. Okay. Well, if anybody's watching Guillaume, he goes over to Michelle's old leg and starts to rip open the flesh on it, and takes a chunk of it over to Michelle and kind of like just ungracefully shoves it in his mouth.
Perfect. Good.
This is
cannibalism.
That's my foot.
I'm not gonna tell him it's his foot.
Got a bit of foot. I got foot and mouth disease. It's not good.
God.
Somehow, because this is so delicious, I am not gonna make you roll a sanity roll for eating your own leg, but I will let you roll a. Let's make it a D8. Fuck it, you're eating your own leg.
Fuck it.
Please roll high.
If he's
roll high,
though, is he gonna gain weight?
Oh, come on.
Will, if that's not a quote, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Fuck it, you eat your own leg.
Let's literally go into it.
Okay, so with the chew of the moist and very supple tissue that is in your mouth, as you swallow it down, a little trickle of blood on the corner of your mouth, you do regain 2 hit points, and your eyes flutter awake as you see the somewhat grotesque visage of Guillaume, as Guillaume is administering the only aid that he knows.
Michelle.
Oh, got that. Michelle spits out a toenail. Yes. Where?
A full toenail.
Big toe or little one?
FPS gives me another hill. Oh, that was tasty. Have another bite. What is
And
this?
I am running with this, so if you take a bite, but I will let you know this. You now are aware of what it is that you may have been eating. So if you want to take another bite, I will give you another D8 of healing if you can choose.
He knows it's human flesh.
Yeah. I haven't looked down at my leg yet. Maybe I'm kind of like, oh man.
Okay.
This is good. Oh, not before. Oh, Gian, what happened? Did I fall? Did you catch me?
Oh,
Did you stop me from falling? Where am I?
Not exactly. There was some stuff happened, and as you could see, we have returned to where we are.
What?
I don't.
What happened? What am I eating?
It's what I eat so that I can feel better. So yeah.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I guess we should go and find our friends.
So minor issue is your leg is gone now. So
It's what? I look down at my leg. Oh my god. What? Oh, how? Oh. I look towards the stake. Oh. Okay.
Will, I'm gonna need you
Not 20.
to roll a sin.
Not 20. I'm not losing anymore. I got 23.
Okay, so somehow the soldier in you, maybe it's a little bit of the Joey DeVivre that you've seen Etienne experience with his loss of his hand, how he copes with life, and you think, you know what? I'm a soldier. Fuck this. I got it. So you're able to.
Nice. I got one last heal from Charis. I'm like, well, I guess if it helps. Nailed it. I take a cautionary little nibble. So
still warm.
Still good. 3 second rule. I don't think I can walk again.
I will carry you. So Guillaume just kind of picks up Michelle and starts looking for where everybody else is.
Thank you.
Okay, so are you gonna fireman's carry like over the shoulder, or are you gonna soldier carry like one arm over the other and kind of just take the weight
over
off?
the threshold?
I'm wifey carrying him.
Over the threshold.
Oh, like over the threshold.
Wifey carrying him.
Okay.
There it is.
We can get a baby Bjorn for her later.
Right.
The papoose. A Michelle papoose.
Okay, so as Guillaume is doing his best Hodor, you're carrying them through there. Let's cut back to the sergeant Etienne. You all are there. You also have the violinist as well.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to fill the dead air.
Perfect.
Saying, all right, you first.
10 out of 10. So he kind of looks around and kind of comes down from whatever battle high he was in, realizing that no one else is around, and the sounds of the music kind of drifts back to his ears, and the moaning and the animalistic noises. Are there still giant spikes sticking out of the ground everywhere? That's the thing that's happening?
It was in the immediate area, or was it everywhere?
It was everywhere, but now it appears that they are no longer present. It seemed to be during the transition.
Okay, weird.
There's a couple closer to the house, but not right in your vicinity.
Okay. I think the amount of motion he would see, like out of his peripherals, of Guillaume and Michelle, would draw him that way. And having cinched up Etienne, he kind of reaches down and gives him the buddy carry, throws an arm over and puts his arm under his back and kind of begins to hobble you towards this way. Realizing that the violinist made the transition, he kind of looks back, having not really expected him to hop back and forth with us. And he says, "You have done well, I think. Come, did it work?"
Talking to me or the little guy?
The little guy.
Yes, we are back. And he looks around and notices that the sky, and as he looks up, you notice as well, the sky is returned to its normal hue, its normal carriage. The weather's the same.
So everything should be back the way it was. I can reach the basement. I can reach his books. Yes.
It should be open. Yes.
Good. Stay close, little man. I don't think that it would be well for the comp to find you.
Dietrich.
What?
Dietrich. My name is Dietrich Zahn.
Oh. Okay. I will remember that. I hope. This way. And he begins to limp Etienne towards the movement he saw, which would be Guillaume and Michelle.
Okay, you close quickly, just in time to see Michelle finishing the last of 3 bites and appears to be happy about it.
It was quite
and
crunchy.
How have you found the snack already? What happened to your leg?
It's gone.
I see
fell,
that.
And nobody could catch me, so I fell onto a wooden stake and my leg is gone. But it's proved useful in some ways, but that's between me and Guillaume.
What are you eating? What's that?
Don't worry. So what happened to you? I saw that there were people trying to kill you, Babin.
Worse things tried to kill me. And I've lived through all of them.
Like the Dutch. Yes.
Like the Dutch. Well, I can't.
I spit on the ground.
Those people.
You spit a chunk of your own leg
Yeah.
up. Dutch. Disgusting.
Cthulhu.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu. Sacre bleu. Anyway, can we get back into the house? We're back where we were before.
Shut up. We have to signal the raid.
Yes.
Right.
I guess we should go do that.
How bad does his leg look? Like, does he need some field triage happening right now? Is he just a bloody stump of...
It just like severed, right? It didn't actually bloody stump.
Right. Surprisingly, it looks healed, fused. You can actually see where the cut or the slice took place, but it is perfectly, I mean, it's scarred, but it's perfectly healed flesh that ends just above his left knee, or where his left knee would have been.
It's fine.
Just above the left knee. Oh, okay.
I think we could take him to the same man who made your hand. Get him a nice wooden leg.
The arm and leg man.
The arm and leg man, yes.
Yeah, it'll cost you.
Yes. Leg and army surplus.
Must be an arm and a leg.
It costs you. You got it.
I can't.
There was a mad sprint for that one.
Yeah, didn't need to. Yeah,
Just someone you just let out there and see who picks it up.
everyone goes, oh.
Fine.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Let's
Why?
get inside. Let's worry about my leg later. It's
This
important.
is the real reason Martine's walking away from them.
This is why I
Wait
have
a minute,
20%.
Where is Joseph?
And it's at that time that we will cut back to Joseph as Joseph is re-entering the estate. And as Joseph rounds the corner and re-enters the estate, how are you going into the house?
Hold on, let me look at this map right here.
Well, I mean more, are you kind of striding in? Are you sneaky in? Are you doing anything in particular other than just walking?
Let's do this with some confidence.
Confidants.
Confidence, les confidence. I don't even know if that's the word. Fuck it. She's full of les confidence.
There's a
Mostly
French
she's full of fuck this shit. And she's like
Little Joey, fuck this shit. Right.
she's full of Joey, fuck this shit. Martina's like, no, we failed. We have hardcore failed as one of our teammates has literally leapt from a building and lost a leg. The other one's bleeding out the abdomen. So she's gonna, I feel like she would go, where are they expecting, from the dining room or any of the front windows, right?
Now, to be fair, you don't know that Etienne is bleeding from the abdomen, and you're
true.
not. You saw him fall, but you might have seen something pop off. But you're not sure exactly what the extent of Michelle's injuries would
Well,
be.
she
But
saw Michelle.
Is that a cloud of dust or was that his leg? Hang on.
right, it could have easily been like a night pheasant or something.
Could have been the.
I would like you, if you're walking in with confidence and some, Joey go fuck themselves or whatever it is you're walking in with. I want you to roll an appearance check. If you are rolling in quiet, I want a stealth check.
Okay, I have archaeology. I do not have appearance is up there. Okay.
Yeah, appearance is a main cat. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm rolling in with Joey. Fuck this shit.
Okay, so you kick open the door and stride in like a music video. And
yes, this is my Beyonce moment.
yeah, I was gonna say, this is a Queen Bee moment as you bust in and the door slams open and you walk in and you are reintroduced to the scene that you saw prior to the attack of Comte Fenelek. As you walk in, you see all the beasts are doing beastly things. They do not seem to be under the control of the shepherd's crook anymore, however, as they have spread out from the ballroom or from the dining room to all the points of the estate they're in the main room, they're in the ballroom, they're in the kitchen, they're everywhere. You also see that several of the guests have begun to take the servants that were cooking in the kitchen. It is a scene of utter depravity, and
she's gonna walk through it.
Okay,
At
where
this
are
point,
you
is
heading?
it something she has? So it was any window, right?
You guys never specified. It would just be a window that you would be able to signal from.
Yeah, so I guess if she's going through the kitchen, she's gonna go to a front dining room window, grab a candle, grab her little like powder your nose compact, and make the signal so that she can pretend she's powdering her nose, and she needs light to see by to do that.
Okay, so as you gather all the implements that will be needed to make the signal, let's cut back to the main group. Sergeant, what would you like to do with your group?
He looks around to everybody and says, where is Joseph? He was right behind me.
No.
I
Did you?
don't know. My leg fell off. I don't know much.
They did have more pressing matters.
I'm gonna milk that one for ages.
It's the only time I'm going to mention it.
Listen, if Etienne does not mention his hand, I don't need you to mention your leg ever again. I understand.
It's fine. It's fine. He did get
Yours has healed itself miraculously.
He did get there first. It's only fair.
Yes, it is true. Can you help?
Help? Oh,
No.
help.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, it's your French accent. Wait, I can hop like a bunny.
Well, you cannot walk, but
can I use my rifle as a crutch or something, Greg?
Yep.
You don't have
You were being threshold carried by Guillaume as well. So
no one has guns. We didn't sneak them in.
Can I use something?
It's okay. I can continue to carry him. It's no problem.
Oh, good. Joseph. Shit. He must be inside.
Don't you mean
And he looks
Martine?
back towards
Maybe
one of the doors.
Maybe she only answers to Martine.
Oh, I try to forget that she is a lady. Martine, I wish she was a man. Martine!
Now my leg's fallen off. I wish I was a man.
I also wish you were a man. Sometimes. And he looks towards the back door.
Late at night, on a cold winter night, I wish Michelle were a man.
You want to roll a spot hidden for me, and I will let you know if you can see any evidence of Joseph Martine's travels.
Oh, thank you, XP. Appreciate it.
Yep, back door's open.
Greg, just for shits and giggles, is there a leg just laying around somewhere?
Yeah, with a couple bite marks out of it, but a couple mouthfuls that seem to be gone. But there is a leg right there.
Oh, look at this. Is it also sealed, at the end?
It was, but it's been torn open by mouth.
Yeah, the top is sealed, but the calf has several bites.
Oh, I have found your leg. And he brings it up and holds it.
No.
This is good.
No, I'm trying to turn Michelle away from it.
The doctor will need to see this to make appropriate size, so he does not tilt when he walks.
Oh, okay.
It's at this time that you notice the bite marks in it. Sorry.
It was claw marks, by the way. I took
you
chunks
noticed
out of.
You notice the chunks, and that the crimson that is now decorating the outside of the supple calf of Michelle seems to match the crimson that is decorating the supple chin of Michelle. And it is at this moment that you put toi and toi together. And I will need you to make a sanity roll.
That's fine.
Three together?
I deserve
3 and
this.
3.
I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready.
Puts toi and toi together and gets 24.
Oh, good. That's good.
Okay, so you will lose, and it's a body part, so 2 sanity from that as you realize that the chewy that was going down Michelle's throat was actually part of his wheel.
Footy.
Yeah, so he like holds the leg up and sees he sees Guillaume trying to grab at it with one hand, and he sees the blood, and he sees the blood on his claw, and then he sees the blood on Michelle's mouth, and he just and drops it.
What?
Right, it's a very Hitchcock shot where like the camera pulls into the leg, to the claw, to the mouth, and then to your eyes.
Oh, no, that is correct. I think the doctor did not need Etienne's hand. He does not need the leg. I will hide this, though, in case someone sees it. I cannot carry a leg to a party. And he, picks it back up and goes and puts it in, a bush, like a well-trimmed hedge.
Get out of it.
You put a boot down so it's kind of standing?
You should
So, the knees,
the
and
lamp
the
out
knee
of it.
bends.
Right, so upon first glance, it looks like someone's hiding in the tree.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I will love that.
I don't want to see it anyway, so that's fine.
He likes games. Perhaps we should go inside.
Okay, he likes games. All right. So you guys go in, and it is just as you are getting to the threshold, just to the point where I'd ask you how you all were walking in, when it doesn't really matter because you hear the whistles, the drums, as a charge is signaled from the exterior of the estate grounds, and you see pouring over the walls the armed regiment captained by Captain Milan as everyone begins to pour into this facility. And you start to see there is a resistance being mounted from the beginning as several of these black-clad footmen, as you've come to know them, are charging off into the fray, and they seem to be holding their own against superior numbers. It is open to you, and inside, as of this very moment, nobody's noticed that there is a war brewing outside.
No, what is happening? It is too soon. Who did the signal?
Not
Joseph, damn it.
It must have been Joseph.
She is the worst soldier I have ever had. I wish she was a man.
I'm coming around to Joseph. She's not all that bad.
Don't.
His eyes glaze over for a second.
Listen, if history would be the proof here, your judgment with women is very bad.
Oh, okay. Michelle just looks sadly down at his one leg.
The strumpet you found in the park was terrible. This Martine, I don't know about her as well.
I didn't find Martine. You can't blame me for her.
It is at this point that I, your benevolent keeper, will ask you one question.
No shit.
You have an army of your compatriots being led by your superior officer charging this facility. You have orders yourself to secure certain artifacts, but some of the game has changed at this point as you, Sergeant Etienne, Michelle, your eyes are drawn to your new companion, the ghoul that was Guillaume, realizing that this might not go over real well with Captain Milan. The other thing that you notice at this point is that the dwarf violinist, Dietrich Zahn, comes over and he says, "Please, let me go. Don't let me capture. I had nothing to do with this. Please."
No. If you stay, Dietrich, we will guarantee your safety. The soldiers will not take you. We will speak on your behalf.
Others. And he holds up the violin. "Please, I must get somewhere."
Damn it! I don't have time for this shit.
A resplendent
Come with us.
offering.
Where else will you go? They are surrounded.
How's Guillaume look right now? Or not Guillaume.
Naked
Dietrich.
in a ghoul.
Dietrich is dressed like the Dauphin, the slain or the dead crown prince. He is head to toe blasphemy. And because they were looking for a way to tie in desecration of the crown, desecration of religion to Comte Fenelic, it doesn't take, point A to point B here of a connecting of the dots. Dietrich is going to be in deep shit. And there's really no way he's going to be able to talk himself out of it, as he seems to be a willing participant of Confronting, but you all know that he has been here under duress.
I've got some good news for me. Latu donates £30. Damn it, Greg, you made me feel generous. Even if this is Cthulhu, a mount and a magic item for Michelle. All he needs is a leg up.
Ooh-wee.
There it is.
Nice.
Okay, so what is a magic item, and what was the other?
A magic item and a mount.
Can they both be the same thing?
Oh my
And it's a
gosh, get some upgrade.
It's a magical leg.
Magic leg.
Yeah, let's. Okay, well, I got something for the mount, and that might be a next week thing.
No worries.
But I've got something that Latu, I got you, buddy.
I just gotta make it to next week now.
Right.
The magic item is currently in his possession, as the mask that he is wearing seems to glow with an eldritch energy.
Don't mind me. It's just glowing. My mask does
Does
it.
the mask have makeup on?
Does he have the mask have makeup?
It's like the face of the Marie Antoinette, so he's got.
It's the skull. It's
the skull to the skin
just the
fall off.
bone. He's like looking through the ocular cavities of Marie Antoinette.
Oh yeah, he still has a bone mask on that just no one addressed. That's right.
There's no lower jaw to it. It's just
I'm just gonna keep not addressing it.
Just don't address
Different
it.
kind of theme party.
Just repress.
So-
That's what I do.
On the note of ghoulishness, is there a curtain nearby?
Yes, there are plenty of curtains here.
Okay. I'm gonna set Michelle down and rip a curtain from one of the windows and kind of drape it over me like a cloak.
Oh,
Okay.
Michelle, back up.
it's quite nice. It's warm.
Why don't you or somebody that would like to assist Guillaume roll a disguise roll? And this is just to see how much is covered. Obviously, you can drape. This is just to see.
This reminds
well.
me of when I was a flesh
It's
tapestry.
fashion. What is Dietrich wearing a wig?
Yeah, he has like a little powdered wig on.
Right. I just take that from him and then I put it on.
It fits perfectly.
Like a glove.
There you go. Like a glove.
I wish I had a wig here.
Like a wig.
Like a wig.
Just gotta
So thank you.
curl up.
Actually, I pat him with my wooden hand, like on the head. It's very demeaning. And then like a splinter lifts up the wig, and I'm like, oh look, how about that? Whoop.
Okay, so who would like to roll a disguise roll of the people that are present?
Right.
See if I'm any
Let's take a look here.
good. I'm very bad at disguising myself in general.
I too am very bad at it.
Yeah, we're not very good at this.
You go in and find Martine. She'll help.
Damn it, Martin.
I have a 5.
I think we all
Okay,
have
so-
a 5.
At this
Great.
point, we'll say that you're able to cover yourself up, but the probability of this holding up deteriorates the closer you get. A successful disguise roll will allow it to be something that may go overlooked, even if somebody were to get close to you. So right now, it just looks like somebody from a distance, somebody's running around with a curtain thrown over them. We'll see how that plays out.
It's like a Monet painting.
We must find Martine. Damn her. We will find her. She is good with the makeup.
I would like to use scent to track Martine.
Okay, roll it for me.
Please roll well. Yes.
Yep, even over all of the carcasses and the various bodily fluids that are spilling out everywhere, and the food and the drink, you're able to follow the scent of Martine, and you get to the window where she is currently signaling, pushing up the signaling for the raid, as everything seems to be going on at once at this point. I will also let you know that as you roll the scent roll, you are picking up scents now that are coming from a lower level, whereas before you were kind of limited to where you were. You are being exposed to something because it is an enhanced ability. You believe that the cellar door is open, which is only like 15 or 20 feet to the other side. You smell wet earth. You smell the smells of subterranean, something you're very familiar with.
Oh, well. Martine is over here, and I believe the cellar door is open now.
We have to. We have to get you disguised. The military will come. They will take you.
That's a success. Martine, when Guillaume comes up, Martine just sighs and does she just goes, and fixes the disguise.
It's still just a robe.
Martine just moves. She just goes, oh, honey. And she's, you are better now. No one will know.
Thank you.
Okay, it's
trust me, it's very easy actually. These 3 fools thought I was a man for several years, so.
A fair point.
Right now, I wish you were a man that would punch you in the mouth. Is that you with the mirror? Did you summon the army?
Yes, because Michelle fell from a tower, and Etienne was down. Do you think we could take them?
They're both fine now. Look at them.
I'm fine. Look.
Oh yes, Michelle, you are fine. So where's the rest of your leg?
I hid it in the bush. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. This is great. We are the best at this. Let me tell you what.
I got hungry.
Yes.
You got. Excuse. Okay. Michelle, I would tell you that my husband only has 1 leg and he does just fine, but you are not him.
No, I'm not your husband. No,
that is. Do
you think I'm your
good
husband?
Thing for me and a bad. No, I was going to give you encouraging words.
Oh.
He's fine. You can get a wooden one, kind of like Etienne's wooden hand, but it's a leg. Women would still like you, but you are also still you. So that is going to be a problem for you no matter what. But sympathy is good. You will engender a lot of that.
Okay.
I'm sure that the army will have no problem with our actual monster friend here.
No, see, look, no one notices him. We're fine. Do you want to go?
Okay, so as you guys are having yet another conversation amidst the terror and explosion of warfare right. Again, I'd like everyone to roll a spot hidden for me, please.
Deal.
Spot hidden.
I have tuned Martine out, and I spot all the hidden things.
I spot hidden things,
but not as much as Etienne, apparently.
Yeah, Etienne is seeing things on
bought
the
his
comic.
binocular hand with him.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm too distracted by my new appearance to pay attention. This is the most hair I've had in years.
You look so good, Daddy. It's licks a finger, brushes the stray hair away from you.
Etienne, you see Dietrich Zahn as he is sneaking off into the ballroom.
There it goes.
What?
Goodbye, be free.
Off he goes. Wait, is that who's Dietrich is going?
Yeah, he's leaving.
Yeah.
Going into the ballroom.
Okay, that's nice.
Should we stop him?
We probably. Doesn't he have that violin that can kill us all?
I don't think it can kill us.
I heard him play it for half a second, and yes, I said.
Is he sneaking away from us? Sneaking? Or is
he seems to be sneaking off. Like he's not turning around conspiratorially right. Okay. No, he's just trying to escape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pink Panther.
A little more comic.
Like my failure from before.
Right.
I'm singing the song out loud.
Yeah, at this point he disappears into the ballroom.
I don't care. I offered to save him once. He threw it in my face. If the army finds him,
I have my series of him, but we'll see later. In 3 episodes from now. All right, so I guess I get kind of wave my wooden arm at him.
I would like to
Bye-bye.
suggest we perhaps go to the cellar.
yes.
Should we also go to the ballroom because that's where he went?
We could make
I
a big circle.
I think that we have to go through the ballroom to get to the cellar.
Right. Maybe that's what we do. We it's like on a sinking ship. You follow the guides. We follow this little guy.
Yes, this could work. He is tiny
Where
like
we
a
need to go.
Yes.
I didn't say that.
We should go.
Good idea. Michelle starts hopping off in that direction.
Come on,
Yeah,
Vamos.
they're at this. The sounds of battle are now becoming very prevalent as the forces are getting close, but they are not advancing at the rate that you would think with the overwhelming numbers. You follow into the ballroom just in time to see Dietrich Zahn's legs disappear through one of the windows as he pops outside. But to your left, as you walk through, you do see the open cellar door leading down into the underbelly.
The underbelly.
You know, today is such a day for bad decisions, so let's keep making them and go down there where the count probably is.
Yes,
Okay.
this is the plan. Yes, good.
Yes.
Perfect. Good thinking.
And he actually, shit. Who has my knife? Which one of you has my knife?
I have my knife because you gave your
Etienne had yours.
Guillaume.
Etienne, you're dying. You stay towards the back. Can I have that?
I do. Right, I do. I should have used this before. And then-
Reload your hand.
This is embarrassing.
Wait.
Just
Etienne.
has it been unsheathed since you gave it to him? It's got the same binds around it and everything. He hasn't even touched it. It's just, oh yeah, all right. There you are.
Etienne, take 10 minutes. I'll wait here.
I
You
love this
reload your
person.
hand.
Right, here we go.
He actually
So
loads
10
it way faster than in 30 seconds. It's really because I'm actually trained into loading and I have no idea how. But you see, he tucks his arm under his armpit. He jimmies it off of his out of the socket, and then just it starts with his other hand starts pouring black powder down it and everything. And you're like, how does this even make? And then just quickly. Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. I wish you
Okay,
had had in combat.
If you are going downstairs, give me a marching order, please.
Firsties.
First,
Don't you have to
Yep.
carry Michelle? You have to
No, he
Guillaume
can-
doesn't even wait for you guys. He just goes forward. I
Looks
would like to.
we're going.
Yeah.
Shit, Guillaume, you're a worse
Wow.
babysitter than I am.
Perfect. Meet
Not
shield in the
the
front.
babysitter.
Second
Yes,
is
and that is how this happens in the first place. I guess I'll go third.
How is everyone getting down the stairs before I am?
How do we want to go down this? Oh, okay. All right, everyone's on.
Oh shit! How are you, Michelle?
We're lining up at the door like kindergartners.
Michelle, follow me.
We're all gonna
Okay.
hold hands so nobody gets left behind.
everybody grab the rope.
Or claws. Hold claws.
Right.
This
Some
was,
partner.
this was the plan all along. Michelle, go ahead of me. I will protect everyone from the rear.
Okay.
It's like in
Wait.
kindergarten. No, you don't get the bag. The bag's the best one. That goes
Wait.
to the person who's assigned the bag, the caboose. Who's the caboose?
Great job, everyone. It's a great job.
Can I do a listen check to see if I hear anybody down there?
No, you can't hear them over all of us being idiots.
I'm good at tuning everybody out.
You have
Right,
regrets
as you
immediately.
tune everybody out, as you begin, I'm assuming you all are beginning to descend into the cellar, correct? Yes, roll a listen check for me, please. Okay, that is a hard success. So as you're going down, you start to hear something. It sounds like almost like a machine of sorts. It almost sounds like there's something building down here, like a mill or something that seems to be whirling. But as you're listening and trying to pinpoint exactly what it is, the whirling gets louder and louder and louder. And just as you get concerned about that sound, as it seems to be not only be a foreign sound to this subterranean place, but it's also approaching. And just before you're able to kind of turn and look or say anything to the ones behind you, the whirring kind of comes up and encompasses all of you. And you're no longer on the stairs.
God damn it, Greg.
Guillaume, you are in
have time to say I told you so.
Guillaume, you are in pitch blackness. There no light sources whatsoever. These are not tunnels. Even when your eyes bring the separate lens across, you register nothing. There is no light at all where you are. For everyone else, Babin, Sergeant Renault, Martine, and Michelle, you are all in an earthen room. And this room is pretty nondescript, except at one end, there appears to be a barred metal door. And in the center of the room is a pedestal, a white marble pedestal that's raised, sort of like a bird bath or even like a sundial. And in the middle of this pedestal is a 10 to 12 inch tapered steel spike, and it's protruding from the center. There's also what looks to be arcane writing around each of these pedestals, around both the base and the rim. And there
I
you are.
told you so.
You say to no one.
Completely safe down here. Completely safe.
You are all in the rooms by yourselves.
Oh.
Sarge.
No, she would say that anyway.
Yeah. Sarge, Joseph, Michelle, Babin, you look around. You appear to be in a large earthen room that has a cell door. And unfortunately, Guillaume, you see nothing where you are.
But do I smell anything?
Give me a smell roll.
You smell a spike.
Guillaume has smell-o-vision.
Damn it. I'm confused.
You smell, I will tell you this, that you're maintaining that smell of like damp earth.
Okay.
Because you did roll well before that.
So smelly.
Oh dear.
Is this spike thing emitting sound or light or anything other than a hum?
Nope. The light that you are seeing, the ones of you that have visibility, there seems to be torchlight coming from the hallway or outside of your cell. On roll 20, you can get a better idea of what's going on.
Okay. Oh, good. Yeah.
Cool. Good. Neat.
Can I do spot hidden? That's kind of like investigate, right?
Yeah. What do you spot?
I guess she just wants to like take in her surroundings a bit more intently, see if like there's anything after the first glance that she's missing. Like look out, can she see outside of her cell? Can she see like anybody else's cell?
That's what I was getting at. Are you looking in the cell or out of the cell? So you're looking outside. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, let's look outside. That's a success. She's looking. She's like looking out the bars.
Right. As you get to the cell door, you realize that you are probably right here in number 5.
Okay.
You also notice that whenever you first got there and you said that you made your declaration of "I told you so," it is at this time that you realize that while you both thought it and said it, your voice did not make a sound.
Wait, like no sound, but there's still a tongue in my mouth, right?
Do you want to check?
Yes, I would like to check given our recent vote.
Yes, there is a tongue in your mouth.
Oh, thank God you did not fully take my ability away to sass people. Greg, I would leave the game if you did that.
Missed opportunity. No,
I take it back. It's gone.
Oh man.
Can she like touching the bar? I assume to look out. She's like touching the bars. She doesn't get hurt like that door hurt her, right?
No, you are able to kind of press up against the bars, and you will notice that right about here in the hallway is a body that's lying face down. Because of your spot hidden roll, I will let you know that the outfit that this body is wearing looks vaguely familiar.
Is it Kristoff?
Yep.
Why you gotta kill my friend? Can she reach it? Can she like kind of like put an arm out of the through the bars and like try to like poke him?
You can give it a shot, but you think that, are you using anything to kind of augment your reach, or are you just going like bare armed out there to try to grab hold?
Bare armed out. Her friend's dead. She's not 100% certain, but pretty certain.
Okay, I will need an extreme dex check here as you're basically trying to just grab a hold of a little corner of cloth, of pant leg, or just out of reach.
She's gonna. Can she see anything else? Like, can she see who's in the cell across from her?
Let's cut over to Michelle. Michelle.
Well, that's useless. She was
Michelle,
hoping for the sergeant.
You wake up in a room that currently has a bar on the door. You do also notice that there is and I'll put it up right now, a second bar on the door leading northwards. If I can make my mouse work. But there are bars on both sides. And you immediately, despite all of the things that are going on with you, you realize that there is a strange sensation. You can't put your finger on it, but there's something odd, and you have never felt this way before. But it's just out of the. Make an idea roll for me to see if you can figure out what's going on here.
Let's see. Nope.
It's one of those things that you haven't experienced it before, so it's impossible to kind of put your pinpoint, but there's something off about where you are right now. What would you like to do?
It's weird. I'm gonna try calling out. Hello? Is anybody there?
Martine, you hear Michelle calling out from inside the room, the cell across from you. Let's see. Let's have Sergeant Renault. You hear coming from the cell below you, somebody calling, and everyone else would not hear this.
I feel like Martine would try to talk even though she can't. It'd be, like she's Michelle, and then shit. So she's gonna bang on the bars really loudly to like see if that can get his attention.
Yeah, Michelle, you're banging on like a distant banging bars. Yeah.
Is anyone there? My name is Michelle. I've only got one leg. I don't know I can get out of here.
Sergeant Renault, you heard all of this as you two awaken in a room. But Sergeant, as you come to in this room with the pedestal and the spike, your entire body is numb. It's as if, when you have a leg that has fallen asleep, or a hand, but if it's fallen asleep, your whole body feels that way, as if it doesn't have enough blood in it, as if every, nerve ending has been fired for some odd reason. You can still look around, you can still speak, it's just you feel numb.
You feel that sharp pain like when you have your handful of something you poke at it, that kind of thing?
Right, exactly.
So is he knocked out, or is he just standing there like in the middle of his cage like a crazy person?
You're fine. You're perfectly fine. You're ambulatory. You can walk around. You're not on the ground. You just all of a sudden we're in this room and you're feeling numb.
Okay.
Comfortably.
So I think before I hear the Michelle thing, if he is awake and able to walk around, I'm going to give you a spot hidden and look around this cell to see what I see besides this pedestal with the humming thing. If I can find my character sheet again. There it is. Ka-chow!
Okay, I'll give you the following that, you notice that there are two cells to your room, one that's over towards the west, one that's in the south. You hear Michelle's voice coming from the south. You hear a banging coming from outside. You also notice that there you see maybe just the edge or the corner of a body outside of the westward facing cell door. Okay.
So realizing that the westward door is like a hallway and hearing Michelle come from the south, he would walk towards that door quickly. Michelle, I am here.
Hello. Oh, Sergeant Renault. Where are we?
I don't know. This is not the way down. This is wait. No, this is exactly it. When you come down the stairs, there is a prison, and then you continue walking, and there is the room in which you were stoned to the wall.
Oh, I see. Did we get captured? I don't remember. I lost my leg.
I don't know. We were arguing about who would go first and who would go second, and all of a sudden I was imprisoned. Oh. This is worse than a Dutch internment camp.
Nothing is worse than a Dutch captain.
I don't know. This terrible Count Fenwick, maybe he is in fact Dutch. I believe he's German, which is somehow much worse. I promise you in the coming years we'll find out.
I wouldn't put it past him.
God damn it. What, can you get out? Is your door open? Is this door open? And he shakes that door.
No,
Martine's gonna hear you shake and shake her door back.
What is that noise? Quiet down out there.
Someone keeps
Whoever you are.
shaking.
Okay, and at this point, as you two are testing the doors, which do not open, let's cut to Babin. Babin, you're looking around. You're in an earthen room, but you realize right away, and this takes a little bit for you as your life has been spent in a bit of a way with this, is that you can't hear a thing. You can't hear a lick. And normally there's that tinnitus ring that you've had ever since your days in the artillery. Nothing. You hear not a peep, when you make movements yourself, snap, you can't hear a thing. You do notice that there is an east-facing cell door, and there's also a north-facing cell door. However, the cell door to the north, while it is closed, it seems as if it is completely black, as no light from your cell is escaping into it.
But I could see in mine.
Mm-hmm. You can see around, you just can't hear.
Right. I'm gonna go over to the eastern facing and see what's going on through the corridor or in the eastern facing door.
Sure. Give me a spot hidden for me, please.
Sure. Spotted it. Nice. Failed.
It's just at this moment when you look across, you see an empty cell very similar to your own, but it doesn't appear that there's anybody in that cell. Narratively, you can't hear anything, but this is when Sergeant Renault, who is in the opposite cell, has gone down to talk to Michelle. So he's out of eyesight. Yeah.
I'm going to go up to the northern cell and kind of reach in to the darkness. It's like a curtain of darkness, or is it just like shadow darkness?
It's not physical, but it looks like a curtain. Like when you put your hand into it, your hand completely disappears. Why don't you roll a luck roll for me, please?
Right. Crippy. Oh, where's my luck? There it is.
It's in the luck bank. It'll highlight. There you go. Oh, by one. Bank. Okay, as you reach into the darkness, kind of almost, first to the wrist, forearm, elbow, almost to the shoulder, Guillaume, you feel a hand touch the small of your back.
That's very comforting.
Can I see anything behind me?
Can't see a thing.
Who is that?
You will recognize the smell, though, as being that of Etienne. It has a hint of pine to it.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Nice cologne there. Okay, well, I'm going to turn around, I guess, and reach to where about the height that was at on my back.
You're able to turn around, and as the hand is still there, you are able to feel the arm and the hand of Etienne. Etienne, you feel a clawed hand wrap around your own.
Great.
I guess I pull back. I have no idea. I pull back and I go, oh, who's that? And who's there? And I can't hear anything. But probably says it out of reaction.
Oh, okay. I would like to counter his attempt to pull his hand away and pull him towards me.
Okay, I need opposed strength checks right now, so each person roll a strength.
Okay.
Oh boy. It's ghoulish strength.
Oh, wow.
It's the strength of a Frenchman.
Okay, so for a moment there is definite doubt in who's going to win this contest of strength, and finally Etienne, fearing for his only good hand, pulls with the strength of a 5-digit person, and he pulls it back, and you, for a moment, you see the clawed hand come out of the darkness, and it pulls back in. Why don't you make an intelligence roll for me? We'll see if you can recognize if this is, in fact, Guillaume.
Nope.
This looks like a goddamn clawed hand that tried to pull you into this thing.
Just another ghoul.
I'm just gonna walk forward then.
Okay, you hit as soon as you walk forward, you hit the bars that you can kind of go in front of you. Yeah. Etienne, intermittently, as hands kind of pop out of you see like knuckles and clawed fangs kind of pop out of the bars as they are feeling around. At the
Here's Johnny.
Dink. You're getting some weird smells coming off Etienne at this point. There's like a bit of musk, perhaps of fear. But let's cut back to the Sarge and Michelle and see what they're up to.
Michelle, what is inside your cage?
Me and there's some bars over here and some bars over here.
Is there nothing? I have a large piece of metal. It is vibrating and humming.
Do I have a large piece of vibrating, humming metal, Greg?
No, yours is very still, and the Sarge's is only vibrating and humming because he is currently numb. Oh. But if you look into the room, it appears that his is the exact same as yours. You can see his. It's the bird bath with a spike in the middle of it, like a sundial. And then it has the arcane writing around the top and the base.
It's very strange. Mine is not humming, but it does have weird writing on it.
Is everything in here is strange. Mine also has weird writing as well. And my whole body hurts like I have been asleep for days.
Weird. I can't feel my leg, but that's normal.
You don't have a leg. Yeah. It is a phantom. It will come to pass. I understand that Etienne has a problem. Hello! Is anyone out there?
Maybe we should read the writing on the thing?
I don't. Every time I read something new, it is horrible and bad.
It looks like it's in Dutch or something.
Then definitely not. We should not read that at all.
Wait.
Sergeant, when you read it or look at it, you can make an occult roll for me.
Sure.
To see if you figure any of this out.
Boom. Nope.
You look at it and it just looks like iconography that makes no sense. Just squiggles, and you're not sure what language. There's no base root. There's no formula. All of it seems absurd. Michelle, when you look at it, it seems perfectly legible.
Looks normal to me.
And yeah, it says.
I took a Dutch class once.
The base says a sacrifice must be made, and at the top it says, place a nose on the spike.
Okay, so it wants a sacrifice, and it says that you must place a nose on the spike.
What?
Those damn Dutch. It might be lost in translation. Translation, rather. I don't. It definitely says a nose.
My nose?
Yes, I think so. Maybe you could.
Is it nose height, Greg? How high is this?
Maybe you could throw it over. Just lob over your nose.
Can I get my nose on this, Greg?
If only Pinocchio were here now.
I know a man that plays Geppetto at a different time. Is there how high up is this? Is it like, can I get a nose on there, or is it like?
You get a nose on.
Oh, it's small. It's like a bird bath size. I mean, it comes up to the waist, a little bit above the waist of everybody as it's sitting on the floor. It looks as if it would.
It's Mike size.
Yeah, and as it reads for Michelle, it reads that the sacrifice must be made, and apparently the nose must be placed on or around the spike.
On or around the spike is where the nose must be placed.
You have, damn it, you have lost enough, Michelle. Let me try. And he is going to go over to his spike, and he's gonna put his nose hole around the spike.
Michelle, roll me a spot hidden for me.
Sure.
Oh boy. Sure.
Oh, I'm good at that.
No. Michelle, a spot hidden.
God damn it.
Oh, okay. Before I cannot see for shit. Wait! I see it.
Oh, wow.
As you look over, you see that his pedestal says most of the same things that yours does, and it takes you a moment because there's a curvature as you're reading around, and you're able to fill in what you believe the top says, but instead of saying nose, it says hand.
Wait, it says hand, not nose. You see, in Dutch it is nose. In French, it means hand. They get the body parts all mixed up in Dutch, you see. That's why they shot off Babin's hand. They were actually trying to shoot off his nose, but cut off your hand to spite your nose. That's what they say in Dutch. I think you should place your hand on it, Sergeant.
Oh my god.
They said Etienne knows too much, so they shut his hand off.
Oh no!
No.
I'm gonna put my hand on it, Greg. Just kill me, please.
You're gonna put your hand on
I grab it.
You grab it?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens.
Fuck you, Greg. It said honor around. I don't understand. I placed my hand around it.
Try both?
Good plan. And he grabs it with both hands.
All right.
Maybe try your nose.
Working it. You're working it. Yeah.
I work it with both hands.
Like a backhand,
there's
maybe?
tip.
Like an over-under?
And an alternate. Sometimes you twist it like this. You can do the other side. My hand's already numb.
Do you?
It is. It's already the stranger. My hands are comfortably numb.
Already the stranger. Comfortably numb.
Okay, as you manipulate the spike in your cell, nothing happens.
Will the metal heat up at least?
Something happened.
I would like everybody to roll a power check for me, please. And let me know who is the highest.
Everyone,
Yeah.
just you.
I have the highest so far.
You mean like highest roll or lowest roll?
Highest.
Okay.
The highest.
Oh.
Yeah, then
I thought you meant highest success.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
believe I
highest
have the
failure.
Yeah, I mean, it's you, right?
Yeah, we need one from Etienne as well.
Oh, 21 for
So you do want one from me.
Yes.
Pow.
I saw the highest. I was 63. It is a success, but it's a 63.
Roll a d6 for me, Sarge.
Sure. 1.
Okay, so Michelle, in front of your very eyes, you see as the sergeant, as he's holding onto the pedestal, he begins to dematerialize. He becomes see-through, and then he's gone. All of a sudden, you are surrounded by utter darkness, Sergeant, as you are in a complete sensory deprivation as far as your visual acumen is concerned. You can see nothing. Guillaume, you can smell that there is somebody in here and that it is the Sarge. It smells like a Frenchman and regret.
Accurate. I'm sorry, it's a French cologne regret.
Guillaume's like calls out.
Blah, blah, blah.
What
Sergeant,
is this? Hello? Hello?
are you here?
Is this
Hello.
Guillaume? Guillaume?
Yes.
How did you get in my cell?
No, you got into my cell.
No, I had 2 hands on the metal rod and I was working it up and down, and then all of a sudden I heard your voice in my cell.
That's
I
right.
don't need to know these things.
Wait, is there a metal rod in your cell? And he begins to blindly wave his hands around, hoping to find a metal rod.
You
Oh,
bump
yeah.
into
Are you? Yes, I have found another one. But wait, I think, can you see in the darkness? Here,
In this darkness, no.
damn it. There is
Smell what the
writing.
writing says.
It's writing here, and he like reaches out, like he knows where it is. Hello, my hand. Put your hand out and find my hand. Hello.
You guys are able to find each other after a second.
And he pulls you in. Look, there's writing here at the base of this metal rod. Mine said, "Put your hands." Michelle's, he said, "Put your nose."
So do we put our hands in our nose?
I think each one is different.
Oh, I cannot see anything.
Like, it is in Dutch. I can't read it.
Do you smell Dutch? What does the
I
Dutch
gotta
person smell
shout
like?
out. I gotta shout out. Sergeant, are you there? Hello.
Yeah, you guys can hear that coming from the outside the blackness somehow.
Okay.
Whenever it's identified, the pedestal is identified. Guillaume, because this is sort of the situation that you've been accustomed to, I will let you roll an occult roll here, but it's going to need to be a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's not going to go well. I can tell you that right now.
I mean,
You got nat 20.
I was going to say, yeah, if you want to, I'll let you retroactively use a nat 20 if you. But
I
that's
don't
not...
remember that I had a nat 20.
Okay.
You got like 3.
So you can feel that there is definitely writing on this, but you can't put it together. You trace it and it's kind of there, but not really. Let's cut back to Michelle as you're screaming. Michelle, what would you like to do? Where would you like to hop?
It says nose on mine, right?
Yes, it does.
Let's pop a nose note on it.
Okay, what would you like to do? Just kind of putting your nose on it?
Yeah, just kind of put my nose in and around it.
It's called giving it a.
Give it a
Nothing. Yeah, nothing's happening.
I try my hands.
Things weird in France. Nothing happens when you put your hands on it. We'll let you make an idea roll.
Sure. In theory, I'm good at these. God damn it! No, I got 70 in that score, but Michelle is not feeling intelligent after everything he's been through.
Right. Okay, so yeah, it just doesn't seem to be working. At this point, let's go over to Martine. Martine, at this, you can see now at your spot along the cell, you can see Michelle as he is at the pedestal, apparently putting his nose on it and then manipulating it with his hands.
Archie's just gonna sigh, and she's gonna like bang, like really like try to like bang out this like Michelle, like try to get his attention.
Yeah, you hear that. And do you look over?
I think that banging said Michelle. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you see that Martine is over in the opposite cell banging on the...
Banging,
oh, hey. Come over. Okay. I'm kind of busy.
I met a girl. Her name is Melody. I can't come see you right now.
Have you got a pedestal in yours?
Does she? Yeah, she does, right?
Okay, second question. Do you read Dutch? Okay. No, I figured it's a heinous act. The Sergeant only made me read it so I could tell insults in Dutch. If the pedestal, it wants a sacrifice. So you should probably put something on it. Try, I don't know, your hands, your nose, different body parts. I've been trying on mine, but it's not been working very well. Maybe it wants my leg and...
Are you over at the door now, kind of talking across the hallway to her?
Yeah.
And Martine is doing this. She's just like...
Can we...
I know, it's terrible.
Can we hear them?
You can hear kind of... anybody that's in the darkness room, you guys can hear it. It's distant, but you're picking up some of the words. Michelle, as you get to the opening there, you see a body resting against your grate, against your cell, like right up against it.
Oh. Okay. What should I do about that, Joseph? You don't know? Yeah. Gotta go inside my uniform and grab out a little bit of alcohol for some Dutch courage. Okay. You say there's a body in front of my one, or is it in front of Martine's?
It's in between.
It's right in front of yours. It's across the hall from hers, but it's lying up against yours. And with the same information that you have been given, this certainly resembles your comrade Christoph.
That looks like Christoph. Michelle goes, can I reach him through the bars?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll give him a prod. Christoph, wake up! Christoph, wake up!
Nothing happens. But as you poke Christoph, the head kind of lolls a bit to the side, and you realize that he has been flayed from below the Adam's apple, at least, up to right below his eyes. Were they in his head?
Oh God.
Want to make one of those sanity checks for me,
Nat
buddy?
20! Run! Yep. It's okay. He's just been flayed from the atoms.
He's fine.
He'll be fine. He'll be better in the morning. Okay. Well, maybe he has keys on him because he got outside. So I'm gonna like rifle through his uniform, see if there are any keys to like any doors around here.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and do a spot hidden for me.
Okay. Spot hidden. Come on, one of these rolls is done. Oh, fuck me. I've rolled only in the 80s today.
Yeah, you search around through his effects. It seems like there are still things in his pockets, but the absence of any keys. However, when you are kind of searching around on him and moving around, you realize that he has been flayed to the point where it's just below his eyes, up to his forehead. His whole back of his head has been removed as far as skin is concerned. There are just holes where his ears were.
Does he have a nose still?
He does not.
Aww. Okay. I was going to put it on the altar.
He does, however, have a hand.
Well, maybe last time for him to give us a hand. Michelle goes into his pocket. I've got like a combat knife or something, right?
Does he have a tongue?
Did you bring one in?
I feel like he'd carry one on him, but I don't know if it's on my character sheet.
I don't believe that you snuck anything in. I know that we
did.
So actually, Greg, he didn't sneak anything in because he was kidnapped.
That's true.
Right,
Yeah,
'cause, yeah,
Does he have it on him?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So was he thoroughly searched?
Let's roll a luck roll.
Nice.
You know, if you succeed, we'll give you your knife.
Nice. The two today's £10. Michelle sure deserves a leg up of these sanity rolls 3 times nat 20 and an advantage for Will. Right, I'm gonna spend one of those nat 20s on succeeding on this luck roll so I can have a knife to cut off parts of Kristoff.
Okay, and luckily it was the knife, your boot knife, and it is in the right boot. And there it is, and you're able to pull out your knife.
This could have been useful earlier. Okay. I look towards Martine. He's got a bit of a crazy look in his eyes. Well, you know, when I was in the flesh tapestry, things happened. And I start cutting off his hand.
Martine's like this was her friend. She's mad. She's like banging on the bar. She's like, what are you doing?
Like start sawing it off.
She's definitely mad, but she's also going to roll me a sanity check. And then everybody else roll me a power check, and let me see who gets the highest number score, please.
Please. Okay, good.
It might be me again.
Do I need to roll power too?
Yeah.
Yep, you do.
Okay.
All of us again?
Yep, please. All right, and that is going to be Joseph. I'll roll the D6 for you. Lovely. So as you're talking, Michelle, as you're talking to Joseph, you see, just as you saw the sergeant, you see Joseph dematerialize. Martine, when you come to, you're in a new room. On the map, it'll be one that nobody's in yet, number 2. As you arrive, you see no pedestal in this room. You do, however, see 2 corpses. It appears to be a bride and a groom, and they are embraced, perhaps sewn that way.
Gross.
But what you actually see that's a bit more concerning is when you look at the deep shadow in the far western corner, the far eastern corner of the wall, you realize that that shadow is moving. And as it bubbles and kind of slides forward, it becomes this very cellular, very globule mass with these pods that are kind of coming out and tendrils that are stretching around. Roll another sanity check for me. Okay, you're able to kind of push down the vomit and the fear that's kind of coming up within you as this living shadow, this formless spawn, seems to come out and bleed towards Joseph. Okay, I will let everyone know that at this point, Babin, you are complete. You can't hear a thing. You don't know. You know there's a darkness room with a creature up in there. Sarge and Guillaume, you are together in the darkness room. Michelle, you are alone now with the body of your friend.
I think we're alone now.
Doesn't seem to be anyone around.
But holding on to one another's hand. Can I find my way to the hallway, like the cell door at the hallway side, the eastern side?
Yeah. I'll let you figure it out that you get to where you think, but you still cannot see any light. You're just
right. But he can get through and he can like feel the bars, right? That there is bars there, or are there no bars in the store?
There are bars, yes.
Okay, cool. So he's gonna get to that and kind of shout out, Michelle, I heard you shouting. Were you talking? You said Martine's name. I did not hear Martine. Is she okay?
She was here and then she disappeared.
Oh,
everybody but that hears this.
Okay. So you can hear this as well, Martine.
Yeah. Can I speak now or?
Yep.
I'm here. There is a thing is all globby and tentacly, and I don't like it. I think it's going to kill me. I don't want to die today. Preferably, maybe tomorrow. We can reschedule.
Shut up! You're talking too much now. You're making up for it. How did you get? She's across from me now, right?
Yep.
I'm obviously backed up to the door at this point, like away from this.
Yeah, so I'd see your wig sticking through the door. Hello? How did you get here?
I do not know. I was in the other cell and I could not say anything. And then Michelle started cutting off Christoph's hand.
It was necessary. It's okay. I got it now.
Wait. You said you couldn't talk. Did you have a metal rod in your room?
Yes.
Dutch.
Yes, with the Dutch, but I don't speak Dutch.
If I can cut off his hand, Greg, I'm gonna place it on the pedestal.
Despite his nose.
Yeah.
The pedestal in your room, and it does not react.
Okay, so someone else needed the hand, right? It was you, I think, Bruno.
No, it was I. No, wait. It was the other room. This one had. You couldn't talk. Wait. No, I can feel again. I can see. You can talk now, and you couldn't talk. Etienne. Where's Etienne?
I got a hand if anyone wants it.
Etienne, can you smell anything? Wait, no. Sorry, Michelle, can you smell anything? Smell something for me. Tell me what it smells like in here.
It smells good.
Does it?
Smells like a Dutchman's been in here.
It smells vaguely Dutch.
Could you describe to me what vaguely Dutch smells like, Greg?
It's loosely Dutch. It's loosely Dutch.
Gross. No one likes a loose Dutch.
So you can smell, but did you not tell me that? Did I not see you trying to put your nose on that spike?
Not me.
Yeah, you.
It said nose.
Not I.
Me?
You said nose. There's no pedestal in my room, is there? There's just the globby thing trying to kill me. She's gonna pull the knife out and just be ready. Can I do like a spot hidden to see if there's anything in this room that would like help me?
Sure, I'll actually give this one to you. There are two corpses sewn together, and I need you to make a dodge roll for me right now. As you're sitting here talking.
Two corpses sewn together.
I do the thing, Greg. I do my thing.
Oh, that's a fail. I don't have enough luck to make that a success.
Okay, so Renault, as you are talking, you can hear her, but you can't see what occurs. As perhaps Guillaume has a sense that something odd is happening, but should you have been able to see her, what the audience would see is as she's at the bar screaming, there's something in here, you just see blackness creep around her, take her face, her wig, and she is part of the shadow now.
No!
I'd like you to take one hit point right now for me, please. As you go to scream and your mouth is filled with the goo.
Shit. Wait, nose. Michelle, pierce your nose on the rod.
I've got one
Michelle?
thing to do first. I don't want a nose piercing just.
I don't know if I want to do that.
I'm gonna
So
do my
brought about-
thing.
Yeah, as discussed in our chats here, brought about by the magic item that was bestowed to Will.
Thank you.
The magic of his mask begins to speak to Michelle,
Oh.
and it starts to say,
Hello.
It only speaks in
that
Dutch.
this- it's not in Dutch, but
Oh,
it can be trusted. This soothing voice that whispers, and it says that this corpse that is in front of young Michelle is not a corpse, it's a tool, and that it can be used. And as Michelle is able to pull the head kind of into the bars a bit, maybe up to about the shoulder, as the flayed head of Christoph is in there. Will, what would Michelle do at this point to give into the mask or listen to the mask's words?
He kind of nods, yes. And using my combat knife, I'm gonna cut my nose a little bit because he's fucking mad. Gonna cut his nose, and he's gonna drip blood onto the corpse of Christoph in front of me into his mouth. And as the blood touches his lips, Michelle kisses Christoph's face.
And as that kiss takes place, I would like you to roll a D6, Will?
Yeah. This is a bad I'm like. Okay. Nice and round 20 sanity now.
Right. As 3 bits of your remaining sanity drift as part of this ritual, as the blood creeps down the face of the skin, Christoph, as your lips touch his, friend to friend in the ultimate of the French kiss. Christoph's body jerks and slowly pulls the head out from underneath as the corpse stands up in the hallway. Its ocular cavities, you can see the muscles squeezing as if it's trying to use the orbs that no longer exist. And it's now one hand comes up and brushes back where there would have been a finely manicured head of hair, but it's no longer there. And it comes to rest as if waiting for you to tell him what to do.
Hello, Christoph. Can you
It
get me
nods.
out? Can you get me out of here? I think you can. And I hand him back his hand.
He takes it, and you see him walk away, and you hear a... And from the room that it
T-Rex.
previously held, from the room that previously held Sergeant Renault, you see the corpse of Christoph appear, and with one fluid motion, it takes the severed hand and smashes it down on the spike, impaling it. And you see the symbols glow purple around the top and the bottom as you feel a hum go through everything. And it turns and looks at you with the vacant flexing of the muscles around its previous eyes. Babin, you would be able to see this from your vantage point, as you see the corpse of your friend Christoph go in and slam a hand onto the spike in the cell across from yours.
I guess I don't even know how he would respond, because he's left out of the dark for everything at this moment. So, except he could totally see. I guess, I don't know how you'd react.
Don't question it. It's
I guess
fine.
I start to. What was that?
It's fine. Don't question it.
This is in whose cell?
The cell right across from yours.
Right across.
And as the one you looked over, but you didn't see Sergeant Renaud as he went to talk with Michelle, you saw somebody walk in open the door and walk in, and you realize it is the animated corpse of Christoph. When you get to your bars and are looking out, you do see Michelle down at the number 6 cell, and you have eyes on Michelle at the very least.
I don't know how I can do anything here.
Michelle, what would you like to do as all of this is starting to transpire? Take another hit point of damage for me, Martine.
Okay. So he's gone across. He's gone to whereabouts on the map? Sorry.
I'm on the wrong map.
All
right.
Michelle that's Etienne.
Okay.
Right now, at number 4 is our good boy Christoph, and you're in 6.
Okay, so I'm in 6, and Christoph went out to where?
He walked out, opened this door, walked into 4, and impaled his own severed hand onto the pedestal spike inside Sergeant Renault's old cell.
Okay.
I have a spike in mine, I assume.
You do. You can roll an occult roll for me if you'd like.
Can we see the features of Christoph from cell 1?
You can see nothing in cell 1.
Oh, well, can we see out of it at all?
See nothing.
Can't see out either? Okay.
Good day, sir.
What is happening? I cannot see.
Yeah, I feel.
You can spend 19 luck if you'd want to.
But I don't want to. I don't think I want to.
What is
How much luck do I
happening?
have?
Michelle.
Yeah.
Okay, so Christoph's here and he's helping us.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What has he done so far?
He has placed his hand on Spike in this room here, and I somehow signal this room. And the one
Yeah,
that
you guys
you were
can
in
see
before.
well enough.
Yeah, that one there.
How did he get in there?
He walked in.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Listen. Here's what I think. I am now here with Guillaume, and I cannot see.
Hi, Guillaume.
Hi, Michelle.
There is a metal rod here as well, but I cannot see.
If you can see that, it might be your
It's the eye.
My
yes,
eyes.
your
Yes.
eyes. Yes.
Yes. In room 4, I could not feel that it was my hand. In your room, it is a nose. I think we all have to do what you said Christoph did and pierce.
Okay, I'll pierce my nose, and I just fucking, like, he's gone wild, right? So he just, like, fucking pierces his nose. It's already cut, so he's gonna, where the cut is from the knife, he's just gonna put his nose in the hole and on Spike. Just kind of, like, fit it right into that hole that he's already made. Just a little...
Okay, when you do that, you see that there is a slight flare. A hint. The hint, right, the flaring of nostrils. A slight flare of purple energy coming from the pedestal. But then you remember that the textbook definition of sacrifice is something that you give and do not take back.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is, it's working a little bit, but I'm gonna have to cut the whole thing off if we're gonna make this work. And someone's gotta scoop out some eyes. Maybe I could send Christoph to do that. He doesn't need them no more. And
Christoph doesn't have eyes.
Oh, that's right. He hasn't got them.
Doesn't have eyes or a nose.
That's probably already used them. And okay, so someone's got to scoop some eyes out. I'm gonna have to cut a little bit more of my nose.
Scoop some eyes out.
Yeah, Michelle.
Everybody roll a d6 for me.
He's going through this logically.
A D6.
Yep, everybody roll a d6.
1.
That's not how I do that.
That was a D4. I clicked? No, I didn't do it. Okay.
Okay, so Michelle, you vanish, you reappear, and you are in a similar cell with Guillaume, but you can't hear anything.
I wave.
Sergeant Renault, you are still in absolute darkness. All of a sudden, as this pain of this black energy and the shadow energy is crushing in, boom. Martine, you find yourself in a room with a spike that has blood coming off of it. And in the other room, you see Christoph's animated corpse with a hand shoved through it. And Babin, you are now... Where the hell are you?
The corpse?
Yeah, you are standing beside the animated corpse of Christoph, and the door to your cell is open. And you can hear.
I can hear. Kind of. Best of my ability.
Next to Chris. Etienne.
Wait, what?
Oh, thank God, someone competent. So there is a big black monster in the cell north of yours, but there are dead bodies. I do not think they have been flayed. If we can get in there and not get eaten, if you can get in there and not get eaten by the monster, you can get the nose and the ear, and you can prevent somebody from scooping out eyeballs. I think we can do what Christoph did. We could take all the parts and put them on the spikes.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, wonderful.
We couldn't hear the whole time.
He couldn't hear anything. He literally has no idea what's been going on.
So there's okay. So we're going to do this very quick. See the spike in your room, and don't look too close at Christoph, because that's disturbing.
Right, wait.
So the spike wants his hand, and I think this room wants my entire nose, and it almost got Michelle's. Ooh.
How do you know what the spike wants?
Michelle can read Dutch.
It's in Dutch.
It's in Dutch. Oui. And
right.
He told
Blasphemy.
He told us that you have to sacrifice something, and I think it doesn't look like we have to sacrifice ourselves. I think I was transported to another, kind of like that happened to you right now. There's a room above you. It's got kind of a swamp monster, maybe. I don't know. It's black goo, and it tried to eat me. I'm pretty sure it hasn't eaten me, but this has felt like hell for the past 2 days anyway. So we could be already
Wait. So we need to sacrifice something to get out of here.
Yes. Mine wants a nose.
And I'm in the hand room.
Yes, but your sacrifice has been made.
Oh, good.
Yes. How
Finally.
convenient, because you don't really have one to spare.
Perfect.
But
So-
you can get out. Go get the bodies
Right.
from the room I was in. Don't get eaten by the blob monster. And cut the nose off. Bring it back to me. I'll put this on this thing.
Where are you talking to me from?
We have a door between our rooms, so I can
Right
see.
here.
Yeah.
We are there. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
you
in
were in 5?
I'm in 6. You're in 4.
You were in.
I was in
5.
5, and then in 2.
You were in 5.
I was in 2.
And
So
then
I'm
in
in-
2. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can see, if you look out, well, I guess you wouldn't look out anyway if you're at 4, hearing the loud, incessant talking of Martine, which the captain has grown to love so much. He reaches his hands through out to nothingness because he can't see shit. He says, mine is eyes. This one is eyes. And I think, I don't know where, I had Guillaume and I had Michel.
You're
I
in
don't,
1, right?
Yeah.
Now?
I don't know where Guillaume and Michel are. They are gone.
All right. So the one in 2
Is
is the one that's got some sort of monster.
Corpses and a monster.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. All right.
Is there a door between 4 and 2?
Nope.
But he can get out because his door's open.
Yes.
I'm gonna lead Christoph to the barred doors at 2.
Okay. Christoph
And
will
then
walk with you.
I am going to kick him face first against the door and hold him there with my foot and load my hand and wait for the thing to rear its weird gooey face.
You will notice that Christoph has a pistol on his side.
I also take that pistol
Okay.
and then continue doing what I was doing, but this time still with my wooden hand.
Okay. As
Because I
you
don't think
press
I
him up against the bars, the door swings open. And it opens inward.
You are
Fuck. All right. I then kick I keep him there. And then I load the other gun. And then I hold them both up towards the darkness and kind of just wait for a monster to take corpse.
Okay,
Or a
Michelle
monster
and
to come
Guillaume,
out
you
of
were able to
darkness.
see Babin and the corpse of Christoph walk by and go up to that second or the first one up on the top northeast. You see him kick Christoph into basically the room. Babin, you see the creature over in the corner, but it's equidistant between you and these corpses that are kind of sewn together. It's not moving.
I don't know how to communicate to a dead body, but I kind of want him to just walk that way while I start dragging some of these corpses out of there.
I heard arrows.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as you... Yeah, so he walks forward and you see him kind of walk into the blob as it embraces him. And you see the black surround Christoph as he is sucked inside the,
Like a
the body.
gelatinous tar.
Yep, like
Yeah,
creep
okay.
show. And so
Yeah.
you're able to get up and grab hold of the corpses. What would you like to do with them?
I'm going to drag them out and then make sure that the door is closed behind me, not necessarily locked. And then just drag maybe one of them, two of them, well, probably one of them, just right to the center, and then kind of look up towards Martine in reassurance and validation. Yeah, all right.
This is why you are the only competent persons that we know.
What?
Yes. Do they have? Can you cut a nose off for me?
Kind of just like, then looks defeated at you, like, come on. Like,
Oh, wait, they're not with me. I'm strapped in here.
and you're in 6 now?
6. I'm in 6. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless my doors are open too, and I just haven't been paying attention.
Don't worry, Myth. I labeled it for you. I labeled all the rooms for you.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I just don't know who's in who. All right, so yeah, I guess I go down there, and I kind of take. I don't have any sort of leverage to cut somebody right now.
I do.
I don't have a dagger either.
She's got the dagger that she tucked into her corset. So
Great, yeah. I drag him over to you, and I have you do it.
Oh,
if you
great.
could, because you could probably just wrap
Can I just
and
cut the
cut
nose
it up.
off?
Yeah, you can lop the nose right off.
All right, I'm gonna lop the nose off, and I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna pierce it down through the left nostril. I don't know.
Okay. Yep. As soon as you hit, purple lights go off, and the door of your cell opens up.
She's gonna leave that cell.
like a goalie siren happens.
It's his eyes.
Purple.
Hello.
Yep.
Hello. You see my
Is
hands
it-
flailing.
The
Hello.
Olympic athletes of Russia have won. Right. Go ahead.
I need eyes. Hello.
Of Holland.
Babin, we should do you want to do the scooping of the eyes? I don't think you have a spoon on you. Do you have a spoon attachment for that hand?
You guys are hearing fire and gunfire coming from the stairs, up above the stairs. Yeah.
Guillaume is gonna like shove his hand through the cell and just like kind of grab. Oh wait, I can talk, but I can't hear anything.
Yeah, you can talk.
I will do it.
Yes, Guillaume has the claws. That's a good scoop to get.
Well, you can
Guillaume-
hear, can't you?
No, she's in your room now. Your room.
Oh.
Guillaume and
Okay,
Michelle
okay.
are in that room.
Michelle
Hello.
Guillaume cannot hear.
Right. Okay,
Maybe,
so yeah,
Can't
Let's
hear
get
you guys.
let's cut an ear off and give it to Zim first. She's gonna
Okay,
cut an ear
okay,
off
okay.
and just hand it to Guillaume.
Oh,
yeah, you
okay.
you just hand the parts to me, and I'll go give it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you're
to
able to
everybody.
give an ear to
Hello.
Guillaume.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Put it on the spike.
Purple door opens.
I like grab Michelle to make sure that he's paying attention at the door.
Oh.
And then
He
we
hops out.
do the rest of them. Like,
Guillaume,
I
could
don't-
you
do we have to?
scoop an eyeball for Reno?
Yes.
Okay. An eyeball is scooped out and handed to
Yes.
Captain Renault's outstretched hand. I will say that Renault is able to go over, and what would you like to do with it, Renault?
All I can think is my hands are waving outside the bar because I can't see anything. Then all of a sudden, two eyes are just placed in. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Well, you can't see it,
Thank
so.
you. And he puts them both on the spike.
Okay, as soon as it goes on, you can't see the purple as it begins to illuminate and glow because this room is enshrouded in darkness. But as luck would have it, and as the dice always tell the story that the trickster gods want, there's another flash, and you are all in room 5.
Of course we are.
One last sacrifice.
Oh,
And it needs a tongue.
it reads tongue in Dutch.
Oh, yes, we figured.
But you can't say that because you can't talk in this room.
I mouth it.
Shit.
I word it. We do fucking. He starts like
one
making
syllable.
shapes, like
So-
sounds like.
So you mouth tongue, or you like point to your tongue, and you see Renault, and points to Joseph.
Big thumbs up.
I quickly put my thumbs up attachment.
No.
I'm going to take the knife out of Joseph's hand, and cut my tongue out.
All right.
Intense.
We need a
Guillaume-
tongue.
Joseph was
just-
gonna go to the door and flag down Christoph to get him to bring the body.
He's
in a
been
blackness.
absorbed into the blob.
He just been blobbed.
He been blobbed. He got the blob.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will
Sweet.
need, as the tongue is taken, 2 points of damage as you cut into your tongue using the Eldritch Blade, perhaps given to you by Sergeant Renault. It severs a length of your ghoulish long tongue as it is still moving in your hand. I need you to make a sanity check, as this in and of itself is even a little too much for the ghoul. And I'd like everybody else to make one as well.
Eat a little bit of your tongue and then
Get it back.
heal
Right.
yourself. Yeah. Then get
I
it
can
back.
eat the corpses out in the hallway when we get out.
Right, that's
But if you
true.
don't have a tongue.
I'm gonna use my advantage on this one. Oh wait, should I?
What do we
no,
make
I
it?
got-
Sanity?
I got nat 20s. Let's use nat 20.
How much of my tongue did I lose? All of it or some of it?
Let's say that if the normal ghoul tongue is like 8 to 10 inches, you took a good 2 or 3 off of it.
Okay.
I don't know about
Yeah, that's what your dialect is henceforth.
It was like blood just gushing out of Guillaume's mouth as a
Luckily, I speak
aside.
Dutch.
Yep. Myth, you fail as you take a loss of.
Pretty good. That's a good amount.
Guillaume is Martine's official new favorite.
6 sanity points as
Wow.
Babin, you see this tongue go in, and as it pierces the spike with a 6, that gives you a temporary insanity. And your temporary insanity is the following. That's the grossest thing you've ever seen, but you kind of want to have a little of it in your mouth. You're not real sure why, but you kind of want to just have like a little piece of it that's in your mouth.
That's not what I was expecting. Just
To be fair,
Yeah.
you just said you want Guillaume's tongue in your mouth. You didn't say you wanted to eat it. So there's other methods
Right.
you can choose.
Are you gonna say
Right.
This is France and a den of dishevelry. You can do whatever you want in this place.
Hey, I don't make the rules. I'm just saying that that's what you feel right now
all right.
as the insanity takes hold. You just want to just if you could just maybe get a little bit of it.
Yeah,
Just maybe,
it'll probably
like,
be it'll
roll
probably
with
be
that.
fine. Is the door open? The door open?
yeah, the door open.
All right, cool.
And just as you guys go out, a flood of French troops are pouring down the steps.
And just as
they-
everyone leaves, I take it off of the spike and just eat it like it looks like a giant, a huge spaghetti noodle.
Just like it's regular escargot.
Oh.
Right.
Escargot, yeah.
It's called ghoul.
kiss the ghoul. I love it.
There it is.
La, 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 la.
I'm not sure that Martine's disguise is going to hold up with me right now.
All right.
Well, there's blood pouring from your
Yeah.
mouth as you're able to come out, but as the run up,
guys.
yeah, they all pop out. You guys pop out with one leg. And it's just at this point that you notice coming from the south of this area, down around this way, you see the figure of Comte Fenelix standing. He has bullet holes all through his clothing as he is standing in a defensive posture in front of what looks like a statue of some kind. The statue in itself is about 5 feet in height on a pedestal. It's featureless, but it has an iridescent purple glow to it. And it seems as if the Comte has decided that this will be where he kills the rest of these troops. As you see 25 people flood in, all in various states of, there's wounds, some of them have burn marks, there's cuts, some of them are sporting massive gashes. Captain Milan comes in, and it seems as he has lost an eye, as he has lashed some type of cloth over to keep what may be left of the damaged orb inside his head, as he rushes in and sees the rest of you. And as soon as he looks past you all to Comte Fenelek, he orders a charge.
Well, that's
we should destroy that statue, right? Isn't that?
I'm gonna rip an arm off of the corpse and start snacking on it.
Are you going to be casual about as you literally put something in the
Martine is gonna stand in front. Martine's wearing French court attire. She has like a billion skirts and petticoats. She's just gonna casually slide in front of Guillaume and just block Guillaume from view.
Okay, roll a. We'll give you a disguise. You're pretty good with that. Roll a disguise to see if you can kind of throw the petticoat over.
It works.
It's a hard success. So as Guillaume is munching down on one of the corpses, you just kind of put the skirt over top of him. Give him the camouflage.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. How are you?
Greg, this statue, is this the simulacrum?
It certainly seems to match the description that you were given.
And these soldiers are just running with mundane bayonets fixed?
Oh dear.
Yes. Yeah. And Captain Milan is leading them in a charge directly at Comte Fenelek. You guys are in the middle.
May I roll my healing for that?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Her smack roll.
Braver than he is smart, Sergeant Renault joins the charge.
Ain't that a description?
The charge.
I stay back with Guillaume.
He pulls out the mystic blade and joins the charge. And as he joins the charge, he shouts out, "Destroy the statue! The statue must go!"
At those words,
Like,
you see that.
They're bayonets.
At those words, you see Fenelek's eyes widen a bit, as if the realization that his weakness is as apparent as the statue. He moves to meet the charge as you guys clash right about. Oops, if I had my selection tool on, I could show you. Right about here, as he moves out to meet them. Are you charging with them?
I am. I charge through and I pull out the mystic blade.
This is made
Okay,
of
I like-
porcelain?
The statue? Probably stone.
It looks like it's. Yeah.
It says it right there. Sorry, I shouldn't read that and make it.
No.
Anyway,
It looks.
what does
It
look
looks
like?
as if that's what it's made out of. It
Okay.
looks as. If
But it's
it was
glowing
described-
purple, right?
Yeah, it's glowing. It has an iridescent glow to it. So yeah, it definitely looks like. It doesn't look like it's iron or any type of like hard
Right.
marble.
Right. Okay.
So yep, as you all run in, I need whoever's charging. I know that we said that Michelle can't charge and he's waiting back with Guillaume. Joseph, Martine, what are you doing? And
I feel like
I've got my
Martine knows
Pistol
better
hand
to
and pistol
run.
fixed.
She's got the dagger still, but I feel like she's not as brave as she is stupid. But she feels like it'd be better to get them to push him back into the, like, it's just gonna be a bottleneck and no one's gonna get past him. So she wants to like try to get into that room, like while the combat is distracted.
okay, so you're gonna wait for like that first clash and then try to see if you can. Okay. Renault, you are going to be right up there with Captain Milan. Etienne, you're charging as well.
Etienne's advancing, but with pistols out, pistol hand and other pistol. But he's not charging. He's ready for fighting, but he's not going into an assault. He's going to kind of wait for the opportune shot.
Gotcha. Okay, so with that, Sergeant, I'd like you to roll an attack roll for me, please. As you meet Nice. And as you come through, you're able to just jump in and kind of jam the knife into the chest of Comte Fenelick, as already suffering from what looks like thousands of normal wounds. When the glow of the blue ebbed blade hits his ribs, you see him roar and scream out as he retaliates against you before the onslaught of the other soldiers. And with that, he is going to hit you for 3 damage as he knocks you and kind of throws you back against the side, slightly past him. I want a dex roll from Joseph if you're going to try to sneak past it this time.
Ooh, let's hope this works. Wait, can I use my nat 20?
You sure can.
I'm going to use my nat 20 and sneak the fuck past this guy.
As Sergeant Terry Renault is getting smashed against the wall after dealing a wound to Comte Fenelick, you are able to sneak into his Sancta Sanctorum, which is 2 coffins, one potentially for somebody that he had eyes on. There is also papers and books, but what stands out now is this statue, this porcelain-seeming iridescent statue. So what would you like to do as the combat has engaged, and Babin will get his shot here in 1 second too?
I want to use the knife to smash it.
Okay,
wait, are we supposed to smash it? Wait, hold on. Yeah, we're supposed to smash it, right?
That's
This seems
the
like
idea,
a thing
I
we
think,
break. That's what the library told us, right?
Oh,
break
you
it?
kiss it. Yeah, definitely.
No,
break it.
no, defo no.
Kiss it.
Yeah, we use knife smash.
Marry it.
Don't want to put my
Knife
bare
smash.
hands on it.
As you
Never
get
known
close,
statue.
as you get close to the statue, the formerly faceless statue turns and looks, and you see the visage of your husband as he stares back at you, and he says, "What are you doing? I'm inside here. He came, he got us all. You can't smash this." I need you to roll a sanity check for me.
That feel when you can't smash.
Yeah, I
Pass.
can't smash.
Smash or pass? That's the question.
Yeah, I can't smash your husband. Just not letting you.
That's a fail.
Okay, so as you see this, panic grips your mind, and you are unable to.
You want to put the statue in your mouth. The whole thing.
Well, for some reason, you want to put the statue directly in your mouth.
No.
As you lose 3 sanity, as you stare into the face of your husband, and you are frozen at this point. Babin, you have a shot here as you see the Comte has identified your sergeant, Terry Renault, as being the one that can hurt him, and he has turned to finish him off. What would you like to do?
Oh, right. I'm gonna fire 2 shots into to hopefully distract our vampire friend, Comte Fenwick. Where is my rolls?
The first one's going to be a nat 1 as the
Perfect.
pistol hand malfunctions and blows the tip of the middle finger off. But you do still have Kristoff's gun.
I was expecting that. All right, and then I flintlock with a success.
Okay, so you fire
5
and
damage.
shoot, and you see another puff go into the shoulder, slightly turning the Comte away from the sergeant. At this point, Guillaume, you finish your meal. What would you like to do?
You're muted. Haha, get right.
Yeah. I'm going to go and how far away am I from him at this point?
You're only about 15 feet.
And he's distracted right now.
He seems to have his attention focused squarely on the sergeant who attacked him with the knife, but he is also now kind of glaring side-eye at Babin for having shot him and preventing him from going at the sergeant and taking him out.
Okay. My goal here is to kind of like jump on top of him, like grab him with my claws and bite down on him. So,
Give me a roll and we'll see what we got.
do you want me to do jump or my attack roll?
Do your attack roll because this is kind of a maneuver for her or for you.
Yeah, okay. Damn it.
Okay, so you jump and through the air as Guillaume leaps, blood still pouring out of the mouth from the wound, self-inflicted wound. The eyes of Comte Fenelic widens as it sees Guillaume, grabs Guillaume by the throat and throws, using the momentum of the ghoul, throws it behind him as he turns once again to Terry Renault. We will go, let's see, Michelle, are you doing anything at this point or just kind of hanging loose?
I got a knife on me, right?
You do.
And Guillaume's just kind of run ahead.
Run ahead and has been tossed, grabbed, and thrown aside.
There's only one way to live and die in this game. I'm gonna charge forward with my knife. Guillaume!
Yeah, which one's gonna sacrifice?
You're hopping forward with your knife.
I charge forward with a
Like hand on the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop after him and with my knife kind of, come towards the statue.
Okay, so you're going to try to get past him. I'm going to allow this because I think it's great that you're hopping past him.
Yeah.
So why don't you roll a dex for me?
Good. Something that I am... It's a toss of a coin. There it is! Finally got one.
So somehow, after hell and water high, as Michelle has been torn and sundered mentally and physically, as Guillaume is thrown over the shoulder, the hopping Michelle darts past the other side and squeaks between Comte Fenelic and Sergeant Renault as you are now face to face with the statue that is in front of you. But as
he's hopping mad if you wanted to.
He is. As you turn and kind of rear back to do something to it, you see the face turn, and it is the skeletal visage of your elderly father as he looks and says, Michelle, what are you doing? You must save us from in here. And I need you to roll a sanity check.
20! I mean, nat 20. Yeah.
Okay, so as you roll a nat 20, I need you to make a strength check for me, sir.
Extreme.
Holy shit. Okay, so as you kind of shoulder block this statue, and it teeters for a moment as your father's face is screaming, and as soon as the base breaks free of the pedestal, a gout and a rush of crimson sprays out from underneath it, covering your face in blood, spraying everywhere, spraying over Guillaume, spraying over the prone Terry Renault, even spraying so far as to hit Babin, who has taken his shot, as everything is covered in this mist and liquid. Martine, standing in stunned silence, is drenched as this geyser of blood comes out. But just when it looks as if the statue is going to right itself back onto the pedestal, it kicks past that point of no return, that pivot, falls to the ground, and Comte Fenelic turns and looks just as it hits and shatters into 5 pieces. And as you are watching, you see the body of Comte Fenelic snap in every motion and every angle and every piece of occult geometry as his back snaps. The back of his head hits his own backside. His legs snap at odd angles. His arms break in several different places as he drops and is screaming, his eyes rolling in a shattered skull. But somehow this creature, this man, is still alive. And at this point, Milan and the rest of the soldiers run up and they throw themselves on top of him, holding the shattered and barely attached limbs to the ground. And he comes to rest directly beside Sergeant Renault as the two heads are maybe 12 inches apart. And for a moment, the insanity and the pain ebbs as his eyes loll and look directly at Renault. And he says, "You fool. I was the only one who could stop it." And they basically dogpile on top of him. As Milan comes over and starts helping you all up, looking at Michelle, seeing in what shape you are all in, and he immediately ushers you all, "Get them out of here, get them out, go, go," as he's pulling the men and taking men off of the dog pile and giving them to Michelle. "Get out of here, everything, confiscate everything." And as they're moving, you see them starting to scoop up all of these pieces scoop up all these scrolls and books, all the arcane, either even taking the tableau, the living flesh that Michelle used to be a part of. They're pulling it off the walls as they are beginning to take everything from this place up to the front. But the first burden that they carry from the cellar is the shattered form of Comte Fenelick as he is put into the back of a wagon drawn by none other than Omelette du Fromage, as his next stop is Sheraton Asylum, as he is taken away to spend the remainder of his days in this, the most hellish of places on earth. But his mind is gone as his body is shattered. And as our investigators are brought up, the booty of this victory, their shattered remains, cheered as the ones that were the spearhead to taking out this person. You see the nobles brought out, carried with these, still with the animal heads on top of them as they are spun and sent out, thrown into the back of wagons, shackled and chained as they are taken away. Captain Milan comes up to all of you and he says, "You did a wonderful job. We will get these to Dr. Regald. In the time he has left, we will figure out how to end this thing." And as you all are standing there, praised, one day becomes the next, a week, a 10-day. The news comes of Dr. Regald. You believe this must be it, he has passed. But no, his health has seemed to have taken a turn. He's getting stronger and he's focused on the task at hand of taking and defeating this Comte Fenelick and any of these creatures that are like him. And Dr. Regalt is honored among these new wave of anti-crown. He's become a person of great prominence in the new order of France. And from a distance, one or two of you see him on a day, and he appears younger, vibrant, and healthy, and he's no longer sweaty. He's no longer overweight. He seems to have purpose. And as France slips farther and farther into the bloodbath and the birth of the guillotine, Dr. Regalt, armed with all the knowledge of Comte Fenelick, drops back, bides his time, and waits for a couple years. And next week, we will find out what happens in 1794.
Fuck you, Craig.
Oh, amazing. But goddamn you, Greg. And I made it out alive.
If this campaign had a motto, it's fuck you, Greg.
Fuck you, Greg. Oh my god, we read so much Dutch today. I feel dirty.
You should.
I'm a dirty Dutch boy. Well, my friends,
As a down-home Englishman, you should feel that way.
Oh my god, well my friends, that's where we're going to end tonight's session of Call of Cthulhu Reign of Terror. If you guys enjoyed it, let us know. If you enjoyed the show, hit the follow button and join us. Oh, we're back online tomorrow, 5 PM Eastern for a long march. And in fact, I'll be on even earlier than that on Arvin Elrond's channel, 12 PM Eastern for Adventures in Middle Earth. So that'll be fun. But let's go around the casting crew. Do we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? To start with Greg, what do you think of tonight's session, my man?
I'm a fan of puzzles, but sometimes enough's enough for me. But I like this session. I liked ending it where it was. The next part, I don't even think Will knows about the next part. I know that you did all the background stuff for American Express. Comte Fenelick is gone, but we have a few other things to tie up before the end of this season, and business picks up a little bit next week. So looking forward to it. Grimjack21502 on the Twitches and the Twitters. Come join me here on Wednesdays. Tomorrow we have Tomes and Tentacles coming out. Check that out. It's awesome. Wednesday for Nameless Horrors. Normally Wednesday evenings over on Unmade Ming's channel for a little bit of City of Mist, which several people play in, which is awesome. I'm Geppetto. Anywho, and then on Saturday nights we have Learn by Play on D&D, and on Sunday nights on my own channel, Pulp Cthulhu, fighting Nazis, having fun. But see you next week, guys. Take her easy.
Nice. Thank you, Billy Sage, for the 3 months, my friend. Appreciate it. let's go around in reverse order. So, Jules from Dungeon Drunks.
All right. No, I'm so glad we all lived.
Yeah.
That feels like the biggest win. I mean, I know that like Will's character's missing body parts, but whatever, you're alive. It's fine.
I'll live.
By that time, you'll have a wooden leg. You can find me. I'm Julia_Rosa on Twitter and all the other stuff. And then on Mondays, new episodes of Dungeon Drunks comes out, and you can find us on iTunes and all the fun places where podcasts are for free.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Mythomatic.
Man, I really, really enjoyed everything about today. I was about to make a bomb out of my hand. That was super exciting, but didn't do it. But I was gonna try to like black powder the hand and just chuck it. But it was really awesome. Thanks, guys. And I was really excited because I tuned out during the entire puzzle, and then when Etienne came in, it just made sense because I was like, "What?" So there's a little bit of role play, a lot of realization. But it was awesome. I'm really excited to see where it goes, considering I thought that this was going to be the last episode because it just made sense narratively. Anyway, thanks, guys. My name is Mythomatic. I stream role-playing games and other things here on Twitch. Check me out or not, doesn't matter. I'm also on Twitter. See ya.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Metamancer.
I have to mute myself. Hi guys, I'm Metamancer. I thought the episode was really cool. It was nice to do a puzzle because I actually don't do them very often, even though I know from a GM's perspective it can be a pain in the butt. So I totally feel you on that one, Greg. So yeah, it was really cool to get to interact with all of the party members the way that Guillaume was able to, and also he is now fed and also eaten corpse flesh. So it's pretty cool. And, things have worked out much better than they probably would have, especially for Michelle. So, yeah. So you ate your own leg, which is great.
Some days you're
as one does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
If you're French. When in France. Yeah.
Exactly. So, you guys can find me at twitch.tv/Metamancer. I do one show a week for my own channel, and then I'm on 4 other channels, and then I will be adding one more to my repertoire for Friday nights. But my schedule's on my stream handles, and then I'm on Twitter at the Metamancer. So feel free to check me out there. Yay!
Great stuff. And last and most least, Mike.
Hey, I had fun. I had a blast with the puzzle. It was like the first real puzzle of Call of Cthulhu, which was pretty dope. I was totally about to get Guillaume to punch my eye out with the spike, but I never would have thought to use the corpses in that room. I figured out the rest of the puzzle, and I was like, "Yeah, you're just gonna pierce your nose and your ear and your." I was like, "No, well, corpses, bonus tool, fuck me." But I had a blast figuring that out, and I'm glad we have killed Confronting. And I hate that doctor guy. I didn't like him the entire series. He's a shit. And I can't wait to kill him too. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of me, you guys can come over right after this, actually, at 8:30. I'll be on YouTube on Saber Dice, another channel you can find Will on, as well as on my channel for the rest of the week doing more tabletop coolness. So come see me there.
Great stuff. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Today's been another fun session of Call of Cthulhu Reign of Terror. Same time next week, of course, 4:30 p.m. Eastern every week for Reign of Terror. I think we've got another 6 sessions of this for our second season, so plenty of Cthulhu coming your way. Like I said, 12 p.m. Eastern for me tomorrow on Arvin Elrond's channel, and then 5 p.m. Eastern for The Long March. So join us again for that. That's going to be filled with shenanigans and fun, I am sure. But thank you guys. Oh, and tomorrow the Table of Tentacles comes into effect, which you guys have been writing all these different tentacle effects that will happen to us via the donation table as starting tomorrow. So look forward to that. There are some really crazy and fun ones on there. But thank you guys for doing that, and I'll see you guys next time. But until then, try not to roll too many that ones because we want to be laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye.